Is that working? Yes, finally. What the hell is going on, man? Ooh, someone just bought an Apocalypse ticket. Nice. Thank you very much, sir. Ooh, that didn't send. Did now, though. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Evening, shalom, how are we? Hello, welcome, 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 welcome. How the funk are we all? How the funk are we all? I'm really tired, but I'm trying to stay awake, so how the funk are we all? Ooh. I hope everybody's doing good. Sorry, just make sure everything's working. Terrible, but alive. Well, hopefully you feel better very, very quickly. Should be interesting. I've packed all my 4,000 points. Same, mate. Oh, God. Antihistamines are kicking your ass. Davos! Printing 2 of the new defilers. Interesting. Ooh, interesting. Well, I've just got back from dropping Chaos off at work. I've had something very small. So if you do see me eating a protein bar later on, that's because I got fucking hungry again. You're running an insane tournament list. Includes 2 defilers and Fulgrim. Ooh. How'd you get away with getting away with your defilers that are printed? How'd you do it? Tell the group. How'd you get away with it? Have you just got that good of a printer that nobody knows? Is that your secret? Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Heard him off. So they just print the individual bits, did he, and then you glue it all together? Hello, Nigel. How are we? So let me just make sure everything's up and running. So we are now. I don't know why the background behind me seems weird. That's why. Because I got the old duvet that I didn't put away properly. It's just hanging right up here. That should be on the bed. That's better. I wonder why it looked a bit weird. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. You print your own bits, but in the sections, like it looks like a sprue. So like obviously, you'll print like that piece, cut it out, or and then it looks the same. Do you know what I mean? And you assemble it, or does it print the whole thing? That's what I was getting at. That's what I was trying to get at, but I didn't say it very well. Let me click thumbs up. Sprue pieces. Oh, cool. Cool. Just make sure everything's working all right. Seems it. Everything seems to be running okay. Yes. Depends on the model. All right, okay. All right, look at these experts printing here. He does know the ways of the scan. Indeed, he does. So, what did we get today in the Warhammer world? So we'll quickly touch on that. I'm gonna do some building. So we're gonna try and get the Leviathan built and the Rhino maybe built and go from there. And then, because I'm not in work tomorrow, I may decide to play some WoW later on at the end of the stream. I know some people don't like it. I like it, so I'm gonna fucking play it. If anyone's keeping tabs at home, the voucher 5 days into the month currently stands at £20. We're actually only 4 away. We're only 4 away from, getting to 30 quid. And everyone now, just because it's fair, is going to get 50 members. No, not 50 marbles on the race. And what I'll do is I'll do a smaller quiz to accommodate for it and stuff like that. You haven't played WoW since 2019. Nice. I hadn't played it. So I started playing WoW in 2007 when Burning Crusade came out. And I played it up until Warlords of Draenor. And I didn't like Warlords, so I stopped playing it. Because I thought the little village that they made you make sort of took you away from the whole social aspect. I used to like doing like dungeons with people and chatting to people and stuff like that. So I stopped playing that. So that would have been 2012, 2013. No, actually, it wouldn't have been. No, 2013-14. That's when I stopped playing it. And obviously having kids and whatnot, it kind of... Yeah, that was more priority. And then I played it for about a month when I got a free go on it again, and I was like, meh. But then I was chatting to someone in work, and they were like telling me all about it. It's like, ooh, might have another game. So, yeah, I downloaded the game, played the other day, bought the expansion, which gets you all the expansions, or the latest expansion gets you expansions, and yeah. So what I'm going to do in a minute as well, we'll talk about what the news was today. We're also going to do what we said yesterday, which is we're going to continue finishing off what models we want to see for each faction. And we're also then going to talk about who is the strongest main character for each faction that isn't a Primarch, or Demon Primarch. We'll also take Abaddon away because he's kind of Primarch level with all the demonic shit that goes into it. So we'll take Abaddon out of it. But we'll have a look. So we'll have a look at like you just take whoever's the top for each, and we'll have a look through the whole. So I'll get the whole list and we'll go through it all, if you know what I mean. So let's have a look at the news. So we had a few bits today. We had the rumour engine, look at the Cadian Recon Squad, some more lore information, and a bit of a focus on Space Marines. So the first thing we'll have a look at is the rumour engine. Big hands holding a crude weapon. Do you reckon that's orc? Is that an orc hand? What do you reckon that is, everyone? What do you reckon? Have a guess. Obviously, we don't know the right answer, but we can have a guess. What do you reckon? What do you think that is? It's a big hand, big club. It's for AOS, is it? All right, fair enough. Next. It's a Sigmar Orc. Fair enough. Right, moving on. So, we also... oh, someone doesn't think it's orcs. All right, okay. Oh, it's an ogre. Halfway there, living on a prayer. Fair enough. Right, moving on. Because as soon as you say AOS, it's like... So we've got Cadian Recon Squads. Let's have a little look at their data sheets. So, it's made up of one Recon... Actually, let me open that in a new tab. It's made up of one Recon Sergeant model and 9 troopers. Each model is equipped with a lasgun and a close combat weapon, but one lasgun can be replaced by an auto stubber. One can be replaced by a melter or a plasma. One can have replaced by a long las. One can have a Vox caster, Vox relay beacon. And then if you select one of the following options, So yeah, I think that's through... What the hell? You can up to one recon trooper. Can have the las... We just add that. What the fuck? So you can have 2 of them. Oh, you can select one of the following. So you could have 2 with long lases, or you can have 2 recon troopers with lag guns, form a weapons team if they do. The model las gun replaced by 1 las pistol, and 1 model las gun is replaced by 1 missile launcher and las pistol. There we go. So you can fuck around with it. Hey, Drox, you alright, mate? So let's have a little look. So 10-man squad. They're infiltrators and they have stealth. Very nice. Okay, we'll have a bit of that. Movement 6, down. Alright. Toughness 3, standard. 5 up save, 1 wound. Leadership 7, OC 1. The auto stubber, rapid fire 3, 3 attacks, hitting on 4, strength 4, no AP 1 damage. The las gun, which has assault and rapid fire 1. 1 attack, hitting on 4, strength 3, no AP 1 damage. Las pistol, blah, blah, blah. Long las, which is one I wanted to see, is heavy and precision. 36-inch range with 1 attack. Hitting on 4s, but if you stay still, you get it on 3s because of the heavy. Strength 4, AP -2 and 2 damage. So you could take out a Space Marine with it. And then the melter gun has melter 2 at 6 inches, so it has a 12-inch range. 1 attack, hitting on 4, strength 9, AP -4 and D6 damage. I do love a melter gun. Then your missile launcher and your plasma gun. So there's a few nice bits in there. Each time an order is issued to this unit, that order affects this unit until the new order is issued to this unit. Becomes battle shot until the battle ends. There you go. So I don't know anything about Astra Militarum and how the orders work, so I don't know. Vox caster. Each time each time you target the bearer's unit with a stratagem, roll a d6, adding 1 to the result if you're one or more friendly officer models within 6 inches. And on a 5-up, you gain a CP. Not bad. Not bad. And then you've got the Vox Relay Beacon. At the start of your battle, you can set up 1 Vox Relay Beacon token from this unit anywhere on the battlefield that is not in your opponent's deployment zone. While friendly Astra Militarum Regiment unit is within 6 inches of that token, officer units from your army can issue orders to that regiment as if the officer was in 6 inches of it. And at the end of every phase, if one enemy unit is within 1 inch of the Vox Relay Beacon token you set up, that token is removed from the battlefield. So they're alright. Depends on the points, which it should, as it did yesterday, tell us. There you go. That's not bad for 80 points. 10 models. Alright, they haven't got some great shooting, but if one of the plasma rounds, one of the fucking melter rounds gets through, I mean, they only have one, but, or even the long lads, it's going to do something. And they can sneak around doing secondaries. They got infiltrators, they got stealth, so it's pretty much a secondaries unit, really, isn't it? That's all. There's the demolitions team. And then you've got a few little bits of rules in there for them. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad. A bit more lore. Is anyone getting the 11th edition box to read this specifically? I can't get my words out today. My tongue's tied. And then finally, so I was just reading chat. I see people have been, you're just talking between you. They began it from somewhere, fair enough. And then we had a bit more of a faction focus. Ooh. So it looks like they're doing a speeder task force. So Fulgurious task force. It's old. Yeah, it is old age, Nigel. You're fucking right, yeah. Right, so you've got a detachment rule for Sky Strike. Friendly Land Speeder, Storm Speeder, Hail Strike, Storm Speeder, Hammer Strike, Storm Speeder, Thunder Strike units have Speeder. In your movement phase, friendly Speeder units can make an ingress move. What the fuck is an ingress move? Is that something I've never heard of? What's that mean? Speeder units only. This unit can reroll damage rolls. Rolls to determine if the A of a weapon. Ooh. So these are all new shit that's coming out. So yeah, it should be interesting. So if you want to have a read of any of this, that's a good picture. Look at that little white scar dude there. Half blue, half white. But yeah, and they've got a psychic detachment rule that's come out there as well. So there's some quite good ones. Have a good read through this. I'm not going to go through it all because I'm that tired of fucking it all up and everywhere. What? What do you mean a dickhead for? Yeah, stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? And there is some for the Black Templar players out there. Bit of Emperor's Champion detachment rules. While the friendly Emperor's Champion unit is selected to fight, that model's melee can reroll 1 hit roll and reroll 1 wound roll. Not bad. A few other little bits and bobs. Unless that's already a rule now. I don't fucking know. And there's also, for all you Blood Angel players out there, there is Wrath of the Doomed. Ooh. Right, Wilson. So there's a little bit there to read about Death Company. So yeah, these are all the stuff that will be coming out. There's no point learning everything now. And there's some Dark Angel stuff as well, which we can have a little look at later on with a bit of Ancient Fury. Oh, hello. I haven't read this bit. I didn't even realise there was a Dark Angel bit. Sorry. Let me just concentrate on the best Legion, everyone. Let me just concentrate on the best Legion, everyone. There is a Space Wolf one as well, but we'll forget about that. Right. So, why? Right. This was the old. So this was these Hellblasters, these Inceptors, these Intercessors, and this big fucker. That was the old. Combat Patrol box. Oh, so good. But there's Cypher taking some of the Fallen against some of them as well. How dirty. And who the fuck's that over there? Who's that librarian? Don't recognise that guy. Who's that? That's not... No. That's just got to be a standard librarian or an older librarian. Because that can't be the... They kind of fucked up and put the new Ezekiel model in. Is that the Ultras librarian? Because he's got a different... it's an older model, good. It's not That's not Targaryen, is it? Because that's not his pose, is it? I thought they fucked up then. Friendly adapters to start his units' weapons profiles with plasma in their names are plasma weapon profile. Plasma weapon profiles have +1 strength. Oh yes, masters of plasma, you know it. Restrictions. Your army can include Dark Angels units, but cannot include any adapter to start his units drawn from any other chapter. Yes, we know this. What's this? So yeah. Bit more there to read. No, I didn't think it was Targaryens. But yeah, imagine making your plasma incinerator strength 10. Fucking hell. You're ripping Terminators in half. And then there's a bit there for the wolves. And yeah. Anything on here? No, not really. But there you go. There's some really good bits to have a little get your teeth into, ready for the 11th edition. And that's pretty much it for the news. That's pretty much it. Yeah, you have to give me. I'm absolutely knackered. Like the last 4 nights, I think I'm working on 3 hours sleep a night, so I'm just battered. So what we're going to do today is we're going to carry on with the Leviathan. But what I did want to do is create a little spreadsheet, put all the names down, as we said we were going to do yesterday, of all the faction leaders that are currently available, and we're going to work out who is the strongest in our humble opinions, of course. Very humble, aren't we? Got the humblest chat in the world. Hello, humble chat. Right. So we did have... Let's do a blank spreadsheet. Right. So let's go through them all then. So we've got, starting off in alphabetical order, who is... I want chat to jump in on this. So who is the top character, leader, faction leader, whatever, for the Adeptus Sororitas? Go! Who is it? I don't fucking have a clue who it is. Who is it? Who is... I was thinking, was it her? Alright, let's put her in. Morvian... No, Morvian... Val. Right, so we've got her. Chuck Norris. So I can't actually find that librarian model on GW. Have we stumbled across something? Have we stumbled across something strange that we didn't know? Let me find it again. Have they slipped up and we've seen something in the background? Can anybody... Right, let me save the picture. Let me save the picture. Right, open in a new tab. Who is that guy? Who is that guy? I think that's an... Who is that? Who is that? You're digging deep into librarian models and you can't find it. Ooh. Well, it's Terminator. So it's a Terminator librarian. No, that's not the 10th edition librarian. Look at the legs. He doesn't have the runes built into the legs. You can't see like all the runes in the legs. So 100% not. Good shout though, Davos, but it's definitely not. Yeah, not enough runes yet. But who is that, everyone? There we go. Because that is definitely... So the chess piece... It's an interesting one to work out who that librarian is. Yeah, you got the green here. You got the green here. You got the green inside the cape here as well. Ooh. Yeah, they do. No, it is true. But could it be? And this is a possibility. It's a very small possibility, and it doesn't wear Terminator armor. This is why I'm sort of going probably like a 10% chance of it that it could be the new Ezekiel model. Now, I'm going to say it's less than 10% because Ezekiel doesn't wear Terminator armor. But you never know. He might have got it. He might have got it. Zooming in on pictures, huh? Are you winning, son? That is late. His shoulder pads are green. Yeah, it's who is that? That's what we need to know. Who is that? Slife knows all models, but that's 10th edition scale. That's 10th edition Terminator scale. You can tell because they're more blocky and squared, and so it could be a kit bash. It could be a kit bash with the chest, but the librarian doesn't have that bolt, the loincloth. The only thing really that looks kind of librarian-y from the 11th edition one is the chest, but even then that doesn't look quite right. Yeah, the librarian. We can't identify who that librarian is. So this is the full picture. So we were looking over it and we could see Cypher with some of the Fallen and saying that these came from the old Dark Angel Combat Patrol, where you got 10 of them, 5 of them, 3 of them, and 1 of them. You've obviously got a Repulsor here, a Whirlwind, a Land Raider, and then we're like, ooh, who are you? We just can't work out who that is. There we go. We cannot work out who that is. Interesting. We have a bit of a mystery on our hands. I'm going to just say it one more time. There's a Primarch in the background, though. Has anyone seen a Primarch? He's not an official one, but there is a Primarch in the background. Anyone? Is the Whirlwind going to... Well, so there was a... So Valrat put out a video saying that anything Firstborn, apart from the Land Raider and the Rhino, are going to get rid of. They're getting rid of everything, all the flyers, all the Firstborn stuff, all the tanks. Then he's rescinded that because he reckons he might have been trolled. But they are. I don't think they'll get rid of the Whirlwind. I don't think they'll get rid of the Vindicator. Oh. Different knee. Yeah, it's a kit bash. Nicely done, Slythe. It's a kit bash. Or is it? Because he's not got... Because the loincloth's different. The leg's different. What he's holding his left hand is different. The cape, he's got a cape. Oh, that's different. Actually, it's close, but it's not... It's not exactly right. So, let me see if I can get... Let me just save this. Save image. Right. Save. Let me just open my porn collection up. Move this up here a sec. Downloads. Right. Open this. So this is what Slace found, and it is very close. It's very close, but there's a few little bits that are different. Right, let me just make this bigger. So, it's very close, but it's not quite. So, he's got a different... It's like he's got a fucking crozier in that arm. So, that's different. Completely. The loincloth is different. The leg's different because he doesn't have that. He doesn't have a cloak, but he does. The shoulder pad is very much the same. That's the same. It's got to be a kit bash. Yeah. It's a kit bash. The book is different. Yeah, the book is different, yeah, because you've got the Dark Angel bit up there, the Blood Angel bit there. The shoulder pad's different, obviously, because it's the Dark Angel one. I think that's a kit bash. Where is that book from? That looks like... You know what that looks like to me? From the upgrade sprue. Right, hang on a sec. Hang on. Warhammer... Warhammers? It looks like, to me, it looks like a kit bash between these two. Right, where's the upgrade sprue? We'll just do it in order of pricings. So we find, here we go. Here's the upgrade sprue, right? So I think it's this with a little bit with that on it. So if I just make that bigger, show you what I mean. Can't make it bigger. Right, let's open it in a new tab. So I think it is this bit. I think it's that book with this bit on top of it. So if I go back to it now, that's definitely that book. I don't know what these bits sticking out the side are. And that looks like this piece up here. With that bit cut off. The little crest on the top there. No, actually, no, that's not. It's definitely not that bit, actually. But the book looks like it because it's got the two pieces down here. So it looks like it's a kit bash with that bit. But it's got a different cloak on it. But that's interesting. Where the fuck has that come from? It would be good if that is the Ezekiel model. They fucked up. They've leaked it early. And he's now got Terminator armor on it. That would be quite cool. That would be quite cool. But yeah, it's just interesting to figure out who the fuck he is. Yeah, yeah. I don't think it. That's why I said it's like a 5%, 10% chance of it ever being that. And they would have had to change his lore massively. Because if we look for the Ezekiel guy, we look for Ezekiel now, right? Let's make that. Right, let's find Ezekiel. Filters, sort by price, low to high, view results. Why is the lion in there? They haven't. Oh, there he is. Yeah, the Ezekiel banner's completely different and everything. Yeah, it's definitely not Ezekiel. It's definitely not Ezekiel. The banner's completely different. The book's similar. The book's similar at the top. But Ezekiel obviously had a big fuck off sword. Yeah, definitely not Ezekiel. So there we go. What is that? What is that? Hey, Jits, that is the massive question we've all got to ask ourselves. What is that? But no, Frankie, the Whirlwind, it's a difficult one to answer. Is it going to Legends? I don't think so, because it's... What are you going to replace it with? I don't think the Predator, the Whirlwind, the Vindicator, any of that will go to Whirlwinds. I think you might not be able to use them for a while, because they might not be in the codex to begin with, but then there'll be a new one. It's either a kit bash or a new character, yeah, 100%. Now, it'd be great if it was a new fucking character. We got a librarian in fucking Terminator armor. Because, I mean, we've got Belial, and that's it. That's all we've got. I mean, how many factions have got? Yeah, true, yeah. I mean, this is a very old picture. That's quite an old picture. But it's been quite clever. They've kit bashed it with a few little bits and bobs from the smaller ones, because I think these are like Firstborn, and then these are Primaris. So I think it's quite old. And there's a Vindicator over this side as well. So yeah, there's a Predator over there. So you've got fucking all of them in there. The only thing you haven't got is a Razorback. I think the Razorback will go. I do think the Razorback will go. But yeah, so I'm just doing the spreadsheet now for all the right. Let's go back to this then. So we need each faction's top one. So Custodes, obviously Trajan Valorous. We all know that one. Just how to spell his fucking name. Right. Let's just pop him in there. Trey, Jan, Valorous. Alright, moving on next. It's the Adeptus Mechanicus, so we know that. It's Belisarius Cole. So I'm just going to put Cole in there because I can't be arsed writing his full fucking name out. Right, next is the Eldari. So that'll be, what's his name, won't it? Eldrad. Eldrad will be the Eldar one, wouldn't he? So Eldrad will be that one. You would argue the new Mechanicus lady. Well, who's the Fabricator General? Who's the Fabricator General of the? Yeah, I think Cole's the leader of his. I think Cole's the leader of the Admet, but I don't think he's Fabricator General, because that's technically who it is. But what we're thinking of is not. So we'll do for the army. So the actual tabletop. Who's the best? Who is the actual character? Astra Militarum's Leontis, isn't it? Because he's the what's he called? Because we found this out the other day, didn't we? That Lord Marshal. Is it Lord Marshal or Lord? Is it Lord Marshal, Lord Commander? Is actually now what they call the Warlord. So they got rid of the Warlord title and changed it. Yeah, Lord Solar. There we go. So it's the Leontis, yeah. So Lord Solar. Right, who is Templars? Yeah, we know that one. Where is he? Helbrecht. That's really nice to spell it. So we got Helbrecht. That's the H out. Moving on. We've got Blood Angels. We know that's Dante. It's an easy one to spell as well. Chaos Demons is Bellicor. Ooh, now we're getting a bit spicy. It is the big man himself is Bellicor. It's going to be interesting, this. To see who we think is the top dude. Dante and his shit. Chaos. Ooh, Chaos Knights. Chaos Knights don't have an individual. They don't have an individual leader like the Imperial Knights do they? I mean, you could argue it's the Tyrant, but they don't actually have one. So Chaos Knights is not going to have anyone. Yeah, they don't have a main character, did he? So, right, we'll leave Chaos Knights out then. We'll leave the Titans out as well. Right, if we're going to leave Abaddon out because we're leaving the Primarchs out, who will we be putting in instead of Abaddon? Because you've got a few options, haven't you? You've got... Or should we put Abaddon in? Because you could put Huron in. You could put Fabius in. You could put Kravik Morn in now because he's just come out. Or are we sticking with Abaddon? You want to put Huron in? What do you want? Huron, Kravik Morn, Abaddon, or Fabius Bile? Abaddon? Yeah, we did mention him yesterday. We'll do Abaddon. Because we did say we were only taking out Primarch, so we can't go back on what we said yesterday, can we? So Abaddon. So basically what we're doing is, the other week we put together a list of who is the best, who was the strongest Primarch in Melee. We're going to do the same again now, but with faction leaders who aren't Primarchs or demonic Primarchs. So we've got a few on the way. Dark Angels is obviously going to be Azrael. Might have put the spell fucking Azrael, right? Right, Azrael. Death Guard is going to be Typhus, isn't it? Is that how you say his name? It's Typhus, isn't it? Yeah, Typhus. Missed out the H. Missing out a lot of H's today. So who is next? Lucius. Yeah, but Lucius will go in, but for Emperor's Children, which is in a minute. Drukari, is that the Archon? Because Vect doesn't have a character at the minute, does he? I mean, you could argue Lilith. So who would you say? It's Lilith, yeah. That's what, yeah. Because the Archon, you can have different Archons, can't you? Yeah, Lilith. Yeah. Let's put Lilith in. Right. Then next is the EC. So we'll put Lucius in there. Then after that then is Gene Stealer Cults. Who is it on the Gene Stealer Cults then? Have they got a... I don't know, fuck up. This is where I might need Davos here, because I don't know bugger all about these. No worries. Cheers, Frankie. Take care, bud. So who have we got then? Is it Magus? The Broodlord? Have they got... Or would it be the Patriarch? Be the Patriarch, wouldn't it? He's the leader of them. Davos, are you still here? We need Davos's... It'll be the Patriarch. There we go. Doing this one-handed. Right, we're getting there. Next is Grey Knights, but we did say we wasn't going to go for he who is lost in the warp. So who is... Is it Castellan Crow? It's not Castellan Crow, is it? Who's leading the Grey Knights at the minute? Because the big guys in the... Is it Crow, is it? Yeah, Drago's in the warp, though. He's not an official... You can't play him at the minute, can you? That's what we were saying last night. So I think it's Castellan Crow, isn't it? Or you've got Grandmaster Voldus. Would you say Voldus? Now that... Because he's Grandmaster? Yeah, it'd have to be Voldus, wouldn't it? He will be, yeah. So is Crow Grandmaster, is he? I thought it was Voldus in a minute because he's called Grandmaster Voldus. Someone just Google it for us. Just let me know. So who are you saying on the Drukari then, Davos? You saying it's Melise? So you're saying it's Lady Melise, not... Alright, let me just change her then. It's not Lilith, it's Melise. Right, I've changed her then. Right, what's after Grey Knights? We've got Imperial Agents. Woohoo! These are going down fucking easy. That's got to be... Which way would you go, though? Because you've got a couple of Inquisitors, but... So you've got Greyfax, Draxus, or Courtiers. Which one are we going for? Yeah, I think Crow is one of the big guys in it, but I don't think he's Grandmaster. I think because Drago's up in the warp. I think they put it on someone else. Here's the Warhammer 40k Chaos Knights Battle Force Hand Pack Lance box set worth £200. What you getting it now? We're gonna go Cortez, are we? Yeah, we've got that. Courtiers. He's the newest character as well, so we'll stick with him. Right, moving on from Imperial Angel, we've got Imperial Knights, and that should be so what's his name? Hector. Should be Hector, but Hector. So he's the only character. Is it just 7 Warhounds? If it's just 7 Warhounds, no. No, because you can get 2 Warhounds for under £50. So technically that would be 175. Yeah, no, not £200. No. That's why I wanted you to tell me what was in it. Right. Leagues of Votan. Who's leading the Leagues of Votan? Because I know nothing about them. Anyone know who's leading the Leagues of Votan? There you go. Thank you very much. Uther. Right. So Uther's in. Then we got Necrons. So obviously we've got the Silent King. Was it Skeras, whatever? Where is it going? We'll just put Silent King, fuck it. Right, after the Necrons then, it's Orcs, or Gaz. Gazkul. Right. So, we then need Kalgar. Because it's Space Marines. Then, we've got Grimnar, so Logan, because it's Space Wolves. We then have Thousand Sons, so that's going to be Ahriman. Titans we're not doing. Let me just put the H in that I've missed out. And take out the U and put an I in, because I've spelled it fucking wrong. We're not doing Titans. Nids. We're not doing Primarchs, no. So we did Primarchs the other day. We're now going factions without the Primarchs and without the demonic Primarchs. Who are we putting down for Nids? Who are we putting down for Nids? I mean, that'd have to be like Norn Emissary? Swarmlord? Norn? Yeah. Because it wouldn't be a Tyranid Prime, would it? Wouldn't be a Tyranid Prime. We'll go Norn Emissary. Silent King is Primarch level for Necrons. Okay. I can't find a Swarmlord on here, so can you play the Swarmlord? There he is, Swarmlord. Found him, sorry. Swarmlord. And who we got after Nids? Tau. We're going to have to go Farsight, aren't we? Farsight for Tau. And Khan for World Eaters. That's the last one then. Right. So, let's go through all of these. And let's make sure... Hive Tyrant is the kit name. Fair enough. Right. So here we are. Here they all are. So let's make them a bit bigger. Can't fit them all on. So there we go. So that is all of them that we've got so far, right? I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see them. So we've got Val, Trajan Valoris, Cole, Eldrad Ulthran, Lord Solar, Helbrecht, Dante, Be'lakor Abaddon, Azrael Typhus, Melis, Lucius, the Patriarch, Valdus, Courtiaz, Hector, Ulther, Silent King, Gaz, Kalgar, Logan, Ahriman, Swarmlord, Farsight, Khan. So they're all the ones that we've got. Right. Who on that list would get their asses kicked by every single one of them? I'm definitely saying Hector. Hector, bottom of the pile. What are you thinking? He's great when he's in his big fucking thing, but when he gets out of it, he's kind of fucked. So he's kind of 50-50. So you're going Swarmlord, the bottom of the pile. So you reckon Call... Swarmlord's beaten by... So what you want to put? You want to take the Swarmlord out because he's... not Swarmlord. You want to take Silent King out and go for Illumina Ceres, is it? Where's the Necrons? What the fuck have they got? There you go. Because you could say Imhotep. Because you got Imhotep as well. Go on, we'll go Seraz because he was in the TV show. So we'll get rid of the Silent King. There you go. Right. Because also as well, then you could take out fucking Be'lakor as well. Imhotep is number 2, is he? All right, okay. Nah, fair enough. Okay. Right. Out of all them, so Hector isn't in because it's one-on-one fight. So Hector won't be in a big ass fucking night. So he's kind of out. So that's why I'm thinking he is slap bang at the bottom. Right. So we've got Space Marines, Swarmlord, Farsight. So who are we looking at next? So Cortez has got to be really low down as well because he's just a person in fucking shit Space Marine armor. So I've got to put Cortez there. And what I'll do is I'll put them in green once we've done them. So yeah, you've got to agree them two they're bottom of the pile. They are bottom of the pile. I can't see anyone else. I mean, you could argue Eldrad Ulthran because it's a melee fight, one-on-one fight, but are we allowing psychic fights or is it just a melee? Are we going for the same rules as what we did for the Primarchs? What are we saying? What are we saying? I mean, Lord Solar as well. Lord Solar will get his ass kicked. So Lord Solar's got to go down here as well. Because they're just normal humans. So you've got to stick the normal humans out of there. Right? So then you've got Khan, Farsight, Swarmlord, Ahriman. Well, the whole point of this, Davos, is it's a death match, the same way as we done the Primax the other day. So there's only one-on-one, so you can't bring a second person in or anything like that. You've got just the melee weapons that they're known for, and that's it. It's just a one-on-one fight. So the 3 humans are straight at the bottom. Straight at the bottom, the 3 humans. They're all down there. So, yeah. So, he wouldn't make anyone else. He wouldn't make any zombies to come. Eldrad is probably above Solar, yeah. Because Eldrad's not really that good of a fighter, but he's old enough that he probably would. Put up like an half-decent one. Right, so we've got rid of them. I'd say if Helbrecht is number 1, I call this a scam. My name is not Big Mustard, so Helbrecht won't be number 1. Because I don't think he'd win in a fight against a lot of them. Be'lakor, Khan, and Abaddon, your top 3? Okay. I'd say it's probably Gazkul. He's not actually amazing in combat. Okay. Helbrecht, not number 1. No, Helbrecht's not number 1. So you reckon, like in one-on-one fight, like Melees, Farsight, Ahriman would beat Gaz in a fight? Is that what you're saying? Morvian Val as well. I mean, Trajan Valoris is going to be high. He's a fucking custody. So Trajan Valoris is going to be... Everyone keeps forgetting about him. Trajan Valoris will do some fucking damage. Gazkul's an oversized Terminator. The only flesh part of left is Gazkul. Well, he got it cut off, didn't he, Gaz? He had his head cut off and then put stitch back on. Right, okay. Well, if everyone's saying Gaz is shit, we'll put Gaz down there. Yeah, fair enough. Right, so Gaz is done. Right, so we've got... Right. I'm going to say a name. I want you to say top half or bottom half, because then we can skip through it. Because I think Belisarius is going to be low. So, Khan, definitely top half, yeah? Definitely top half. Farsight, known for melee. Khorne loves him. Or her. Khorne loves her. Because, you know, red suit and has a sword. So Khan, top half. Farsight, top half. Farsight, middle. All right, Swarmlord. Swarmlord. what I want to do now is I want to find all the bottom half ones that we think. So if the top half, just say top half and we'll move on to the next one. So Swarmlord, top half or bottom half? Swarmlord, bottom half, okay. Araman, top half or bottom half? He could fight. He had a few fights, didn't he, in the Horus Heresy? He can fight. Obviously, the likes of Logan, Calgar, Lucius, Typhus, Azrael, Abaddon, Be'lakor, Dante, Helbrecht. They're all top half because they're all fucking Space Marine. He's one of the most powerful Psykers, but if we're using the same rules as we did with the Primarchs, there's like a null field around the Psykers because it's a melee combat. So he's not bad in melee combat, but he can't use any of his psychic ability. So basically, we need to go back to what it was the other day. Weapons they're known for. One-on-one fight to the death. Can't use any psychic abilities. Can't use any chaos abilities. And no help. Stuff like that. He's just a standard Space Marine. He's got some skills. He's had some fights. All right, we'll move on. Logan Grimnar's got to be near the top. Calgar as well. He can fight. He's got his dual power fist. I'd say he's like sort of mid to top. Serraz in a fight. A Necron. What we saying? Top or bottom half? More of a scientist, really, isn't he? He's top half, okay. What about Uther? Uther from the Votan. What are we saying about him? What are we saying about Uther? Top half, bottom half? Uther, bottom, middle. Okay. Grey Knight, Valdus. Grandmaster Valdus, well, he's a Space Marine and he's gene seeds from the Emperor, so he's got to be in the top half. The Patriarch. The Patriarch could do some fucking serious damage to Space Marines. The Patriarch's a bit of a fucking beast. Lucius, I'm thinking bottom half because everyone's beat him. Everyone's beat Lucius the Eternal. What about melees? Lucius, I'm thinking putting him somewhere like down here. I don't think he's good enough. I mean, he might go up one or two spaces. But would melees beat Lucius? Would melees beat Lucius? Would you reckon melees is above or below Lucius? So I think Lucius would beat the likes of Belisarius Call. So I'm thinking Belisarius Call's here. And I'm thinking that's where I'm thinking now. I'm thinking Hecator at the bottom, Cortiaz, Lord Solar, Eldrad, Gaz, Melees, Call, and then Lucius. So let's get rid of Melees. Let's get rid of Lucius. Let's get rid of Gaz. We've got rid of Gaz. Let's get a Call. Call is an absolute Hulk with Def will be upper middle. All right, we'll take Call out then. Let's get rid of Call. Let's put that there. Let's get rid of that one. Let's put that back. All right. Morven Val. What about Morven Val? Do you think she's bottom half? Would she be able to take out a Space Marine? I don't think she'd be able to take out a Space Marine. One-on-one. Especially not a high caliber one, likes of a Helbrecht, a Dante. She is weirdly OP, but I think she'd take out like a standard infantry, but I don't think she'd be able to take out Calgar in Terminator armor, Khan, Abaddon, Azrael, because he's former Deathwing. Dante's just a fucking beast. Helbrecht, Trajan. Yeah, she could probably go toe to toe. I reckon she'd beat Lucius, but I think she's bottom half. Right. So, I think Araman. What about the Swarmlord? What are we thinking the Swarmlord? Do you reckon the Swarmlord could go one-on-one with these guys? And what do we think about Farsight? Do you reckon Farsight could beat a lot of these Space Marines one-on-one? So that's what we've got to decide. We've got to can they do it? Let me zoom in a little bit on this so you can see it better. So that's who we've still got left, and that's the order so far. So we've still got plenty. See, it's tough, this, isn't it? It's tough trying to figure out all this and figure out who it is and debating it all and stuff. Swarm Lord, probably lower middle. Got to remember Swarm Lords. Yeah. Alright, so we'll put the Swarm Lord then. I reckon Swarm Lord there. But would the Swarm Lord beat Lucius, or would Lucius beat the Swarm Lord? So then are we saying move her up, move him up, move him down. So I reckon Lucius... Dante has killed a Swarm Lord. There we go. I reckon Lucius would beat a Swarm Lord one-on-one. Yeah, see you tomorrow again. They're about 10, I hear. Grease piece. About 10 o'clock. Right, so let's get rid of the Swarm Lord. He can be coloured in. Sound. See you tomorrow, bud. Everyone, if you could, exclamation mark GPP in chat. We're trying to get Grease Piece Painting's Instagram up to 2,000 followers, please. Definitely deserves it. Right, I reckon... I don't think Ahriman in combat is as good as a lot of these. So I reckon Ahriman next. Oh, wrong one. PM it to me. I'm making pasta right now, but we'll follow one at my PC. Yeah, no worries. I'll send you the link. I'll have to do it after the stream. Just remind me after the stream. Right. We're now getting into the nitty-gritty of it because we're getting really good hand-to-hand combat Space Marines. A Custode, Abaddon, a big-ass fucking demon. So, do you reckon the Patriarch would be able to take out a lot of these Space Marines? What do we reckon? See, I reckon the Patriarch would be next. Then I reckon Uther. Then probably Farsight. Let me put my order in and see what people think. Did I do Cole? Oh no, I've missed Cole out, haven't I? Right, let's move... No, actually, I reckon Cole's probably there, actually. Right, so that's the order so far, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more to go. 11 more to go here now. Right, do we reckon Serraz would beat Khan, Logan, Kalgar, Voldus, Typhus, Azrael, Dante, or Helbrecht? What do we reckon? Fucking hell, everyone's gone. I had about fucking 14 people watching. I've dropped to 7. Everyone's bored. Right, we'll come back to this a bit later on then. We've got a start on it anyway. We've got a start on it. Right, I did say we were doing Alpha Legion stuff tonight, so let's have a little play around with some Alpha Legion stuff. So, we're going to carry on with the Leviathan. Let's do a little switcheroo over to this one. Get this turned up. There we go. Right. So we've already got some bits for the Leviathan ready to go. So we've got leg, which we can have a little play around with the positioning of. Another leg, which we can have a play around with the positioning of. So that's one of the things that we can have a mess around with. We have got we've got a choice of feet now, how we can do it. So we've got 2 flat-footed and 1 non-flat-footed. Got the knee joints, we've got the waist, and we've got the ball sack. Right, so that's where we're up to at the minute. Let me just grab this bad boy. And then we need to start doing a bit of assembly. So, the question on everybody's lips is, what sort of pose shall we do? That's the question on my lips. What sort of pose? So we could do a bit of working with good old blue tack. So, let's do some work. So we pop that in there. Right, I like doing it with blue tack first because you can set your model up and then you can pose him how you want him. Or her. Depends if you're doing female Space Marines or not. And then we can sort the feet out. So I'm thinking walking forward, one flat foot, one non-flat foot, one foot in front of the other. Kind of like that. Don't know if you can quite see that. So that's the kind of pose I want to go for. So one foot in front of the other, flat-footed, and then that will go into there, that will go into there, that will sit on the top. Yeah. Allow me then to use the full stride that he's got. And that will go on top of there. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I'm going to have him kind of walking forward, so I'll have him shooting with one arm, and then with the other arm we'll have a claw. So I could have him walking forward. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way with that one. Wrong way. There we go. So I'll have him like shooting with one. So I could have him walking forward, going boom, and then something like that. But if anyone wants to join me in the lobby, please come and join me. If not, I'll put some music on. So that's it so far. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to leave it until I've built everything, because I like to sub-assemble a few bits and then fully assemble it once you've got parts made, like arms and stuff like that. So we're going to move on then to this bit. So I can pop them to one side. Did I complete the other one? Must have completed the other one. Where the fuck is that gone, actually? They're all tank bits. Where, oh where have you gone? Where's the rest of the sprue? Did I put it in here? Yes, I did, because it's there. So we don't have to worry about it anymore. Yeah, Davos, that'd be quite cool. Davos, put it in the Discord. Put it in the where is it going? The About You section. Promoting yourself. Just pop it in there. Depending on what dates and stuff, and get time off work, and yeah, I'll be up for that. Right, so we need some bits. Right, so we want B28, B29. B28 and B29 and B28 and B29, B28 and B29, B28 and 9. There we are. Are you going to be, if Big Yellow does Firestorm for Valfest, are you going that? Right, so B28, B29, and then we need to pick... Ooh, this is going to be an interesting choice. Because it's Alpha Legion, I definitely think we're going to have to go the little bit more ornate one, which is that one. Because they do like a little bit of ornateness to them. Going to be on a door for a bit. Hope not for long. Proper wages, not government handouts. Don't blame you, mate. Do not blame me. It's nice to see someone wanting to get into work. You know, I'm not like just capitulating. Right, let me put some music on. Let's put some chilled music on for tonight. Let's put some chilled, copyright-free background music. Let's go with this one. Well said, Davos. Well said. I like that. I've always worked. The one time I didn't work, I was just fucking depressed all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to do this full time. But it's very unlikely for me to make, you know, do YouTube full time. Unless something miraculously changes with my fortunes and viewerships. Ooh, wee bit of drama in your street. Ooh, tell us more. We do love a bit of drama. Ah, fair enough. Worked as a chef, Primark. Yeah, I like working. Gives me something to do. It's like I'm always like after like a bit of time off, I'm always like, go back to work. But it'd be nice to do this full time, but right now I couldn't afford to give up work and doing it. Do you know what I mean? Ah, fuck off. Some crackhead. Oh, fucking hell. Some crackhead broke into our flat. She's getting evicted from. Smashed through the windows and used a pin to get in. Sounds like round here. I love not working, but actually, yeah. Well, that's it. You work to live, you don't live to work. I'm with you on that one. That's why I said I'd love to do this full time. Something strange was to happen, and suddenly the channel got big, and you know, I could spend more time doing this. I'd do it. Right, fair enough. Yeah, no, I know a few people who've done things like that in the past. 37. I get people not wanting to pay tax and get the most out of their money, but if that's the case, then you shouldn't get any of the amenities that your tax pays for. You shouldn't get your bins collected, you shouldn't have the roads outside your house sorted, you know, stuff like that, but it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. It doesn't just affect them. Fingers crossed for you, mate. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I've got a game tomorrow. Doing like a bit of pre-work for the. Is that going in there? What the fuck? That's that way. That's way. Yeah, playing a game tomorrow. So there's only 3 of us going. We were hoping to get a few more going, but unfortunately, people are working and stuff like that. So it's going to be a 4,000 point game. You've got Grease Peace taking 2,000 points worth of Blood Angels. You got Nate taking 2,000 points worth of Space Wolves, and I'm taking 4,000 points worth of Dark Angels. So yeah, be an interesting one tomorrow. I'm hoping to get a job as a night manager at a local hotel. Cool. 2 nights a week, but 1,000 a month. Overtime offered. Yeah, fucking do it, man. Do it. Chaos is feeling the effects of working now, because she never had a job in her life. Because we got kids. Shit, put that in the wrong way, didn't I? No, I didn't. Because we had kids so close together, we had 4 of them, because she couldn't really work. Because the amount of money you'd have to pay out on childcare costs for the 4 of them would negate any real, what's the point in working? Because we're just paying then someone else. So I'm working to pay someone else. I'm like, nah, fuck that. Or she would be working to pay someone else. So in the end, it was just a case of she's a stay-at-home mum, bringing up the kids, I'll go out to work, and we made it work. And now she's got this job and she's doing nights, and she's coming home absolutely battered, and she's going into work absolutely knackered, and it's like, yeah, that's life. It's unfortunately how it works. But fair play to her, she's sticking it out. And I'm just going to... there'll be that one day where she's like, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to have to properly pep talk her and say, yep, you can do it, come on, you can do this, you got it. You'll be into it soon and whatnot, but... So far, she's done 3 night shifts. No real complaints. So fair play to her. Kind of hoping she streams on Friday. Either streams or goes on someone's, like, Ian and all them, when they're playing golf and stuff. That'd be quite nice. I'm definitely having an early night tonight. I think it's mainly because she's at work and there's just me in the house. It's a bit weird. So, yeah. It's actually the first Leviathan Dread I've made this. The very first one. First Leviathan Dread of my collection. A fine addition to my collection. The only sub-assembly I like to do is using blue tack to sub-assemble the model how I want it to pose as, and then glue it all together. That's the only sub-assembly I'm doing. If I'm still awake as well tonight, depending on what time he goes live, I will pop onto Brother Marine's channel, !Slaith in chat. We will, I will dive over and watch a bit of Brother Marine. Ah. Yeah, there you go, !Slaith. Everyone watch a bit of Slaith tonight. Slaith, have you got to 1400 yet? You're close. If you've not already subscribed to him, please go and subscribe, !Slaith. Wing DP, that date is sheet for EC the 11th is about to get busted. Oh, okay. There's a clear canopy, it better be sub-assembly. I'll find it. Monsters can now tank shot. Yeah. Yeah, I read that the other day. I was like, ooh, hello. I just can't wait for the rules. I'm going to see if I can get hold of the book a few days before it comes out and just have a read through the rules and... yeah. But we'll see. 3 away last time we checked. Come on, everyone. !Slay. Pop over and do him a sub. Do him a solid. Let's get him to that 1400 because he said he's going to gift 5 members if he gets to 1400 because the amount of people I'm touting for him. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Right, how the fuck are you going, you little bastard? You go in there, you go in there. Perfect. Hey, Slaith. Chaos went into work with a bit of makeup on today. Wonder what that means. If she's not back in the morning, we know what it means. You'd put makeup on for me, Davos. Oh, I'd love to see that. Not for Slathy's E-Dad. Sorry, Slath, I win. Right, 41 is this bottom corner. It's mad to think, Davos, that we've actually only met each other once. Because I don't think you can, unless. Because I don't think I ever met. I don't think I ever saw you at Warhammer World, did I? I don't think you ever managed to make it. I'm sure it's just Valfest that we met each other, and that's it. It's the only time. I followed him into a bar. And that was it. That was the start of that beautiful friendship. Did you get ID? Did you? Well, I saw you going in. So you've got the door here. You've come walking in this way, and I'm walking up the road this way like that. And I saw it, and I'm like, I wonder if he's part of it. Because I didn't know anyone. I didn't know what anyone looked like or anything like that. All I knew was when I got to the hotel, there was a message on the Valfest page on his Discord, and it was Gung saying who's coming out for something to eat, we're here, blah 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 blah. Then Andron tried taking the piss out of me because I said I need a shower first, even though I just drove fucking 9 hours. It wasn't 9 hours, about 4 hours. And then I saw it and I thought, I wonder who that is. I wonder if that... I actually thought to myself, I wonder if that's Davos. Then I've walked in. I walked straight up to you because I like seeing you walk through the door. And I think I just said, like, you guys Valfest. And he was like, that was it. Done. We were in. So Vars Blaster wears makeup for herself like most women do. And has a work friend. Does that mean save me from being rebounded? Well, she said to me before. So she put makeup on. And she goes, I'll get dead red because she's constantly on the move. And picking stuff up her face. And she's actually working in the cold. She works at like 3-4 degrees. So she's working in the cold. And she's going from, like, when she wants to go for like a vape or something to eat, it's obviously a lot warmer. Then she's back and forth. She said she went dead red. So that's why she's put a bit of makeup on so she doesn't turn red. She goes more pink. And I'm like, okay. So there you go, Slay. That's the question you can ask. You can either DM her or ask her next time she's on and just go, so who was the makeup for then, eh? How many Valfest have you been then, Davos? The morning was good, yeah. The next morning of actually when we got to Firestorm, because we all sat together having something to eat, didn't we? I think you played at the other end of the thing from me, the other end of the table, because I played against Andron because I picked him up, and he gave me like the wrong directions to pick him up. He said pull over here, and he said right. He said left instead of right. So I've drove past him and turned right. Like need to turn round now. I think I drank about 8 monsters that day. And we all went out and got pissed. Yeah, it was a good Valfest. I mean, it's the only one I've ever been to, so I've got nothing to compare it to, but it was a good night. It was a good day out. Oh, who was the kid? Who was the kid whose dad came with him? Do we know? He played I think, did he play Tyranids? No, he didn't play Tyranids. He played Knights, I think. But his dad came with him, didn't he? And his dad was trying to be centre of attention. And I'm like, come on, it's your lad's thing. It's not yours. You're only here for a piss up. You know what I mean? He's into the 40k, not you. Yeah. I can't remember who he is. I'm not really all that active. I'm normally here now, aren't I? Get my own community together. I still pop in now and again. But I think Valrak thinks... So Valrak said on a stream once that there's someone robbing his videos, changing a bit of the content, but like the script's the same and stuff like that. And I've got a feeling he thinks it's me. And I'm like, when the fuck have I got time or the know-how to do any of that bollocks? Because a few times I'd message him and he wouldn't answer back. Normally he'd answer dead quick. So I'm like, if that's what you think, then fuck it. I'm not asked. Right, so we got the chess piece together, starting to look like a Leviathan. So we can put that to one side. Right. So now we need to do the exhaust. So 47, 48, 49. And 50. So that's 50. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, but and he put something about a cease and desist or something like that. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. How do you used to do it, Davos? I never knew that. Used to be an esports streamer. Okay. Saw Nellop was on the Valrat Prowl again. Who's Nellop? No idea who that is. Made me laugh as well because I mentioned to him about this, you know, this one I've got on 30th of May, which I've invited him to. He said I can't make it because of he's going to the Games Expo, I think. I was like, fair enough. Said, any chance I could put it on your Discord or anything like that? And he's like, absolutely fucking not that. I'm like, all right, sign it's your Discord, I get it. But I thought, you know, maybe he'd do a little shout out for me. But no. But then he does Iron Warrior cosplays, which nothing against Iron Warrior cosplay. I was like, okay, one rule for one rule for another. Can't gonna lie, I can't stand 99% of Warhammer. Yeah, I get the impression he's one of the more negative. Everything's so. Oh right, okay. No, I've no idea who it is. Right, let's glue these fuckers together. Shit, oh. We got that one in the side. Somehow. There you go, that one there. That one underneath there. Beautiful, beautiful. Anyone want to know my army for tomorrow? I'm just taking army paint, a lot of painted stuff. So I'm taking 4,000 points of fully painted army. And I've still got in the cabinet 6. What have I got? I've got Asmodai, Captain in Terminator armor, Chaplain in Terminator armor, Lieutenant, 6 Blade Guard, 5 Intercessors, Tech Marine. So I've still got in there. I think that's about it. But yeah, I managed to get 4,000 points fully painted at least to play tomorrow, which is good. But I've got a mix of everything. Bit of close-up damage, bit of distance damage, bit of I'm gonna blow up your big shit. So this is my army. Now we're not playing standard 40k rules. We're just doing the same as we're doing the Armageddon game, which is I'm here to fight. So I'm gonna send in my best, your best, and we'll fight. So there's my army. So I've got Azrael. So Azrael is going to be leading a unit of 10 Hellblasters. I've got a Chaplain in Terminator armor who's going to be leading Deathwing Knights, a Judicia who's going to be leading my Inner Circle Companions, a Librarian in Terminator armor leading the other Deathwing Knights, a Lieutenant who's going to be leading, because I had 55 points left over. I could have went with him or I could have went with Tech Marine, but I went with the Lieutenant. Lieutenant leading a unit of Blade Guard Veterans. I've got the Lion. I've got 10 Assault Intercessors with jump packs, a Ballista's Dread, 2 units of 6 Blade Guard, a Brutalis, 2 units of 5 Deathwing Knights, a 6-man squad of Eradicators, a Gladiator Lancer, the 10 Hellblasters, 3 Inceptors, 6 Inner Circle Companions, a Land Raider Redeemer, a Redemptor Dread, a Repulsor Executioner, and 2 5-man squad of of Assault Terminators. 5 with Lightning Claws, 5 with Thunder Hammers and Shields. And I have 2 enhancements, I think. Yeah, one's got Deathwing Assault, so they can deep strike from turn 1. And me Judicia's got Ancient Weapons, so he's got like extra strength and all that loveliness. So for 25 points, he's got improved strength of characteristic of melee weapons by the bearer by 2, and improved armor penetration and damage characteristics by 1. So yeah, 4,000 points on the nose. It should be good tomorrow, going against brothers, if you like. Right, moving on. We're doing the other side now. I need 50. Done that. So that's them done. And then I need 51. Time me on. I have to skedaddle in a minute and boot the kids to bed. Tell you what, there might be a lot of parts, but they don't half do it well with these Horus Heresy things. Like the dreads, because I've done the rhinos are great. The dreads, some of the models, like that Kratos. Fuck off. Dropped that about 4 times then, did you see that? That Kratos tank and the Fellblade going together was like a breeze. Yeah, there we go. Opinion, all Marines, should they be organised how they were, i.e. Tactical Devastator, or should they be organised in how Primaris are, be bolter squads as intercessors and stuff like that? If they're firstborn size, so all Marines, I'd do them in Tactical Devastator. I'd keep to the old school. If you're not going to play a game, I'd arrange them in their force organisation of how they're meant to be. Tactical squad, Devastator squads. I would only do the Primaris in that. Unless you're going to play a game and use firstborn size, then I'd put them in how you have to have them now. That's how I'd do it. Make it more how it should be, like more thematic, more how you'd expect to see them. Do like a Devastator squad all with las cannons. Tell you what has happened today. So Whaling Games, !Whaling in chat, have sent me money. So they've like paid off like everything for the last month. So rather than leaving it all in an account, they've just paid me. So I'm gonna make a note of all the money that goes into it and keep everyone up to date. So it's like £48 and 8 pence in the pot for the giveaway at the end of the year. Sorry, it's start of next year, the big army game, because you've got up until New Year's Eve to buy something from them, and then any of the money, well, probably not New Year's Eve, a couple of days before New Year's Eve, I'd say, and then all the money that we get through the kickback from !Wayland, we're going to put into the pot, and whoever wins that marble race or however we do it, whatever money we've got in the pot there, they get to spend on whatever the fuck they want. So if they want to spend it on... Sorry, I realise you can't see what I'm doing there. So I had 4 goals I wanted to hit. Goal number 1, I wanted to get enough money to be able to buy at least a character, whether that be like a lieutenant, or a... not judicious, you can't buy them on their own, but like a chaplain or something like that. That was the first bit of the plan. Second bit of the plan was to get like a regiment box, or a squad box, or like intercessors, aggressors, blade guards, something like that. So that was plan number 2. Plan number 3 then was to get something a bit bigger, like a tank or a dread. plan number 4 was to get up to a combat patrol amount of money. And then plan number 5 was to have more than that so people could just choose whatever they want to start a new army. So, pleased to say, we did the first one, we did the second one, we're on the third one now. So, a little bit more in the pot will get us up to combat patrol. So, that'll be nice. I'd like it so that someone can, at minimum, get a combat patrol at Christmas. Well, just after Christmas. So, a new year, new army sort of thing. And what I might do, if money's alright, for Christmas, when we find out the Christmas boxes, I might do a giveaway for one of the Christmas boxes. If I get enough money in the fucking pot, that is. Because it's fucking expensive. If you ever do what I've just did then and put your thumb covered in glue onto your model and it leaves a horrible thumbprint, get one of these and you see how it's quite, see a bit of a thumbprint? I've already started rubbing it off, but basically as it's drying it'll just get rubbed off with this and it smooths it out again so you can paint it. Yes, it can be repaired, everyone, it can be repaired. You could just let it dry and do it. That would still work. Tell you one of the good things I found with these Horus Heresies, there's hardly any mould lines. There's normally shitloads of mould lines, but there's hardly any on these. Unless I'm just blind as a bat. I mean, that's a good fucking possibility in fairness. Anyone else building, painting, bumbling, stumbling? Ah. There we go. So we've now got them made. We can now move on to the next page and put them together. On here. That can go that side. Looking forward to seeing how big, because I've not seen one in real life, how big a Leviathan is compared to a Redemptor and stuff. You're prepping your defiler for print, nice. Print a replica, not to scan right now, but to compare. Okay. The replica is too big. I have to scale it to 82% of its size. Ooh. I think the Leviathan is slightly taller. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, because I built a Redemptor the other day. So yeah, I'm interested to see what the sizes are. So them two are on. Right, so we're going to do the Volkite chest weapons. Chest boobs. Weapon boobs. Right, 61. It's like Chaos when I was building Magnus, you didn't want horn boobies. You go to the mini compare and they'll show. Ah, cool, alright. That's 61. 62 is there. Yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow my Redemptor does some work. In the last two games, he's got blasted off the fucking park. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow. 65. There we go. Yeah, I've got a feeling Grease Piece will be taking a lot of heavy ordnance, big tanks and stuff like that. Nate, I think, will be very much infantry based. So it will be fun tomorrow to see, because I have got a lot of anti-infantry. I'm taking some Deathwing Knights with swords to deal with the infantry, some Jump Assault Intercessors, some Hellblasters to deal with pretty much anything that you want. Being led by Azrael, so they will get sustained. And a 5-up invuln. And a 1-off Watcher in the Dark. He does a lot, Azrael, when you lead your force. And then I've got a Judicia leading a 6-man Inner Circle companion. So I hope Nate doesn't realise what the Judicia does and charges in. And then I will just go, sorry, I'm fight first. I'm curious to see how that rule changes next edition. Yeah, Judicia is really fucking cool. Judicia is just like, I want to kill you. You're dead. But I've put an enhancement on me Judicia. So he's got +2 strength, +1 AP, and +1 damage. So he's already lethal fucking meat cleaver. So I'll tell you now what it is. Right. So he already gets, with his Executioner Relic Blade, 5 attacks, hitting on 2, strength 7, AP -2, and 2 damage. Okay? He now has an enhancement called Ancient Weapons, which improves the strength characteristics by 2 to 9. Armor penetration now will be AP -3. And damage characteristics will be 3 each. And he has precision. So he'll just walk up to someone like Dante, Logan, and he's hitting them on 2s. He's wounding them still on 3s. But it's got precision, AP -2, and 2 damage each. He's going to be 3 damage each, sorry. He's going to be doing some serious damage because he gets fights first if he's still in his squad. That's going to be some serious damage, that. They don't know what they got coming. Oh, well. And I'm running the Wrath of the Rock detachment. So every time he shoots me, deduct 1 from the wound roll. So if he's wounding me on 2s, wounding me on 3s, and stuff like that. And then you've also got the Deathwing rule and a few other little bits and bobs that'll be in there. So it's like, oh, hello. God, I missed some bits on the back there. There's 1 Volkite that will be perfectly in there. Volkites away! Sorry, I'm still a child. We play with toy soldiers, we're all children. People were like that to me today in work. They're all shocked by me just saying it. Oh, what are you up to tomorrow? Oh, I'm playing toy soldiers. Oh, what are you doing? And I tell them. No one's yet tried taking a piss out of me going, how old are you? I'll say, fucking too old. For all kites. Always fun explaining the hobby to friends. Indeed. Indeed. It's even better when you explain the fact that because I do it on YouTube and you amazing people help support the channel and whatnot and I give things away, that I actually get paid to do my hobby. You're back, Kurt's going to go lay down for it. Night, buddy. See you, Davos. Thank you for popping in, mate. Have a good kit, buddy. Yeah, it's kind of weird explaining that, oh, yeah, do it on in. You know, people come and talk to me and whatnot. Some lovely people help support, and it's weird how, like, people are like, what? People pay to watch us? Well, they don't pay to watch me, but they'll donate to the channel, and I do giveaways and stuff like that, so I kind of get paid to do what I love to do. And it's nice, so thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone who supports. Yeah, my Mama Tallahassee and Papa Tallahassee don't ask. So I basically say, oh, I'm streaming tonight, and they go, oh, okay. You can see in their faces they ain't got a fucking clue what that means. But they go, okay. All they say, the kids are alright. I'm like, yeah, the kids are fine while I'm doing it. Yes, they're fine. Does Jen do? Yeah, Jen knows. Yes. It's fucking her idea to begin with. Right. So let us now assemble. Yes, bit of volkite beautifulness. There you go, a bit of volkitiness. Beautiful. Right, moving on swiftly. We now need a head. 66 and 67. I think you only get one head option in this. It's a shame. Here's a concept for you. Garrett. Oh, Garrett versus Sloane. Oh, they never met. They never met, did they? They never met. William Sadler. Ooh. Imagine that TV show. Imagine that TV show. As far as we know, yeah. It was never shown on the TV anyway. Right, so once that's done, we need a choice. We make a choice. That one or that one. Right, chat, I need your help. So, the crest that goes above his head. So, which one? 36 or 80 for Alpha Legion? 36 or 80? What are we saying? For Alpha Legion. 36 or 80? I do know what I need to do. I haven't done this for a while. $36? Yeah, the less spiky one. I was thinking that. The less spiky one. It's not Anchor one. It's E-Meat. Do you have any? No. No other spiky bits. No other spiky bits. That's why I'm thinking go 36. Yeah, let's go 36. And And then, on top of that, then we need number 35. It's all the way over here. Cheers, Jits. Cheers, Slave. Do, do. I like using one of these sponges. You know when you file on it and you get like a little bit of overfile and it sort of seams over the end? Just gets rid of it dead easy. It's dead easy. I don't even know if overfile's like a real way of saying it, but who cares? I'm just making it up. Sorry, I was trying to get the angle of his face right. So he's looking in that direction. Right, so that is that bit done. And then we're moving on to do the arms. So we want the cyclonic melter lances first. And then I don't have the instructions to do the melee ones, so I'm going to have to do that by feel. Ooh, forgot about that on the top, didn't I? Do you ever do some green stuff sculpting to customize your minis? I have done. Mainly for filling gaps. I haven't really done anything like ornate. It's more like just to get rid of unwanted bits on it. So to cover it, hide it, and then do little bits on it. But yeah, nothing major. Nothing major. I'm not that skillful with it. Is this C? It's B. It is C. Right, 72 and 71. 71. 72. What I tend to do with mine is I'll buy like 3D printed parts and customize it that way. and then use green stuff to fill in any of the gaps that are not being filled in by the 3D parts. That's it, really. It's the only time I ever use it. It's like a lot of my Blade Guard have got third-party parts on them. Some of my tanks. Try making a cape for one of my minis. It's very hard work with material, like it sticks. Vaseline, mate. Get Vaseline. So buy some molding tools. You know, like the tools with little rubber ends on them. So you can get like circular ones, you can get angled ones, you get flat ones at different angles. Get them and put Vaseline on them and then sculpt it that way. You kind of have to wait for it to harden a little bit. You can't work on it when it's just literally just been made. You have to wait a little bit and then you can do it. A Legion Imperialis, Mechanicum Knights, or 40k Chaos War Dogs. What for, Wilson? Is it just for using in a game, for proxying, for just painting? Because if it's just painting, War Dogs are nice, but probably the Mechanicum Knights, I'd say. There we go. It's that one. 6869. What did I use it for now where it worked quite well? Ah, that was it, yes. So, what I have done, if you look back at some of the member minis that we did, you'll see one from Chaos Gamer who put a Helldrake on there. So she did all the Helldrake and whatnot. I just did the base. And I used green stuff and melee put together. And I used tools for that. And Vaseline, mate, if you don't want it to stick to your bits, your fingers, your tools and whatnot, Vaseline. That's all you need. Some sort of like petroleum jelly you'll be fine with. Mechanicum Knights, just to practice painting and building and collecting war dogs to turn into a 2,000 point war dog and Knight Ruinator army to play. I'd do the war dogs to begin with then, because if you're going to actually use them as an army, you can always do the Mechanicum Knights later. That's the route I'd do. So I try not to buy anything that's unless it's just for a straight rule of cool, like Saboden Khan, Aethelshan, stuff like that. I try not to buy anything just for buying's sake. I always want to play it. I have some Vaseline lying around here. Good tip. I'll try it out and get the silicone tools later. Yeah, give it a go. The good thing with the silicone tools is it smooths it all out, so there's no fingerprints. So two things I would do is, one more thing I'd do on top of it is wear latex gloves. Wear latex gloves so you don't get the fingerprints all over it. You just get like an indentation. Get some thick latex gloves as well. Thick latex gloves, silicone, and Vaseline. And obviously ask for a number at the end of the night. I mean, what? 73. 32. Faxi 32. Oh, hello, you. We were just talking about you before. Just popped in for 2 minutes. Hello, how's it going? Is it busier than yesterday or just the same? Can cotton gloves be used if someone's allergic to latex? Yeah, as long as they're not going to leave an imprint. So the cotton might leave an imprint. So any sort of flat gloves that you would wear in place of latex. Yeah. So anything that you use in replace of it. Oh, is it boring tonight? Oh, the night's going to go slow for you. Sorry. Yeah, vinyl ones. There you go. Use vinyl ones, Jits. Don't use cotton ones, because cottons will leave an indentation. Slave saying bot name. Bot name, that Jennifer writes a bot name. Pain in the pot for sure. Well, this is a ball like to get in. It absolutely is when you're doing it completely fucking wrong. Right, I'm gonna have to love yous and leave yous in a minute, and I'll be back in a few seconds. Gotta go and check on the kids, or else Miss Wright there will kick my ass. Oh fuck off! I done wrong here. That's it. There you go. I'll be back in 2 secs. Got a delivery, so gotta get busy. See you later. So everyone, what are your current hobby projects? Drop them in chat for Tallahassee when he gets back. Thank you, Slave. Yep. Please, just tell me. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm only going to check on the kids. What do you say? I'm back. Currently making a captain, nice, with assault intercessor body using a cape from the guy from the Saturnine box. Ooh, nice. I like it. Thank you, Slave. Thank you for asking. That's why Slaith is one of my favourite mods, unlike that Chaos Gamer. Don't like that Chaos Gamer. She's a bit of a pain in the ass if you ask me. I think she's above a station. Ooh, you're doing your own chapter. What's it called? Give us a bit of information on your chat. Oh, you haven't named it yet. Do us a bit of what's the colour scheme? What's this colour scheme and a bit of lore, a little bit of lore behind it. I love hearing about things like this. Never really did my own. I did some colours on some models for a diorama, which I didn't realise they were like silver with black pauldrons, and I think they turned into like Nova Marines or something, but this was before Nova Marines came around. And I quite like listening to when people have their own ideas on what they want to do. Forty scene is a bit dead where we live, so we can't really brainstorm. Look, oh, do it with us, mate. Come and brainstorm with us. We're more than happy to have a little, you know, if you put some information towards us or some ideas, and we can help out. Slaith is really good at lore. Jits, you asked, do us a favour, Jits. Do exclamation mark Slaith in chat, because obviously when I'm not here, if Slaith's streaming and whatnot, you can always pop over and ask him, because he's really good at lore. Slaith, attorney at law. L-O-R-E. There you go. Yeah, hit the sub. He'll be on tonight, so you can, like, you know, have a little chat with him as well if you want. But the colour scheme is basically blue with white arms, helmet, and I posted an intercessor a while back on Money Minis. Nice. You always Slater is always happy to help, because the good thing is you could just give him a little bit of information and he'll just go off on a big tangent. You just copy it, there's your lore. I have lore for my Chaos Demons featuring full. Oh, nice! Tell us more. Tell us more. I do like a bit of lore. Data's alright as well, but more of a lore fan. I'll tell you what, the older you get, the older you get, you lose the little fucking grip off your fingers. Drop more. Oh, there it is. Oh, B4, yeah, B4. Never saw the sun. Never saw the sun. Never saw the sun. Never saw. I'm waiting for Slave to finish off. Never saw the sun. You like the Nemesis? I quite liked it, actually. I quite like Tom Hardy as Shinzo. I was lonely. Shining so bright. As we all know, Fulgrim became a Chaos Demon Prince, so my lord at Z got rid of his Marines instead and got infatuated with Slaanesh and manifested a Chaos form as a demonic queen. Ooh. Ooh. Let me guess. She looked just like him. Blue skies shining on me. It's hard to sing when you've got a different rhythm already in your ears. Like Surely FM coming in your ears. Right. So that's that and that put together. Now we want to do E1, E2, E3. E1, E2, E3. Times 2. Weird. It actually buffered. I thought my internet provider said there was no such thing as bufferings. You buffering buffoons. How would you do it then, Slave? How would you like to... Because everyone likes different forms of medium. So would you do it as like could you have your models and, you know, do like one guy there talking, another picture of it, another model there talking back, talking, like, do it that sort of like, not stop capture, but you know what I mean? Like you've got like a model here who's talking, then you got a model there and he's talking, and it flips the camera around. Fair enough. Could try AI. You know the problem why RAM costs so much at these days, but oh well. And then he built an army of chaos demons that are known as Daughters of Slanesh, and they have a Medusa style to them called the Marble Legion. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Are they from the Medusa Cascade? Bet your slave knows where that's from. Somewhere close to the gallery. Anywhere near the Nightmare Child? Gallifrey's still out there. It worked. Maybe someday you'll visit the old classics, eh? Some of the old favourites. Some of the classics. I love that, Tom. I want to watch. I watched it the other night. I want to watch it again now. There you go, Slave. Here's a question for you. And also for anyone who's a fan of Doctor Who. Out of all the Doctor Who companions, not the Doctor Who's themselves, from Christopher Eccleston onwards, so the newer ones, we'll go back to the older ones in a little bit. Who was your favourite? So you had Rose. Yeah, then you had Martha. Then you had... Who was after Martha? Oh, Catherine Tate, wasn't it? Donna, yeah. Then it was Amy Pond. Then it was Clara. Then it was Bill. Then I don't know who came next. That's as far as I got. The only correct answer is Donna. Well, you say that. Donna was fantastic. I quite like Clara because she was quite feisty and would argue with him all the time and tell him he's wrong. So I quite like Clara. Plus she's fit as well. Right. So I need to put these to one side now. So now we need to build our cyclonic. Both wrong, it's Rose. Oh, okay. We got a Rose fan here. Got a Rose fan. I mean, I could be proper misogynistic and go, do it in order of best looking. Alright, let's build the Melter Lance. So we're going to need E15. Rose went into the arms of who she really wanted, the fake, not the doctor. 10, 11, and 12. That's 12. Alright, if you had to, from Christopher Eccleston till now, who... 11. Where's number 10? What's your favourite episode? The Bad Wolf has apparently going to be becoming the Doctor. Yeah, the Bad Wolf apparently. She is going to be becoming the Doctor. What's your favourite episode? If you have one. A Town Called Christmas. Is that the one where he regenerates again? Is that when Matt Smith regenerates again? It is a Christmas special, yeah. It's what he regenerates where he's Gift from Gallifrey, boys. That one. You've trying to kill me for years. Nah, I give up. The one with all the companions and they plan to blow up a planet. One with the Cybermen. Well, Warwick Davis is the is the Emperor. That's wrong way around, so it's 11 first. See, I like the one where it's a David Tennant one where they're on, is it Midnight? The planet, and it's the crystal planet, and they're in that transport that breaks down, and that woman starts like saying stuff after him and then flips it. I quite like that one, mate. Yeah, and he's there for like thousands, millions of years, and he basically just one punches it, and the guy's behind him. Yeah. Yeah, anything with Davros is good. Why the fuck won't you go in? Have I got to set this one out first and put you in first? Is that the plan? Yes, I think I do. Dalek Khan shows the true heart of the Doctor, yeah. Yeah. Put a pick in Discord of the 40k armies of my Fulgrim Queen that he avoided. Ooh, alright, okay, let's have a look. Ooh, let's have a little look at this. Ooh, that's very nice. Look at her. She's a beauty. Journey's End. Oh, he's got the slave girls. Not the slave girl. Not the slave girls. The slave girls. He's got the slave girls. Look at that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. 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 That's on Discord if anyone wants to have a little look. Exclamation mark Discord in chat. Come and join the Discord, please. If you've not joined already, come and join it. Come and have some fun with everyone. I was going to say come and have fun with the boys, but there's lots of girls on there as well, so they would kick my ass. Tell you which one I quite like as well. The one where David Tennant has to give up his knowledge of being a Time Lord and a human because the family's chasing him. I love the ending of it. this off. There we go. Right, number 9. We then want the same again. Here's one. Who's your favourite? And it can be from a single episode or a recurring episode, but actual character with a name. Who's your favourite? Why am I doing it on that? It's fucking the wrong one, you peen-ass. Who is your favourite Doctor Who baddie? You know where the Christmas episode where David Tennant meets David Morris's Doctor? Yeah, it was filmed where I live. Alright, that's cool. David Tennant, apparently he's called, according to his co-stars. That's what Chaos Gamer told me anyway. Right, so those are 2 pieces. Now what we're going to do is connect them together and get some 13s and 14s. So you're not the only... No, yeah. It's because I leave it like that rather than putting the lid back on. But there's 2 ways that you can sort it. If you leave it like that, you literally just take it out, pop it back in, and the glue on the other side melts the other glue back. So there's that. But if you ever get it full of glue and you want to clean it out, put it in some boiling water. It melts the glue, and then you just got blow it out. River Song, Jackie Tyler, Mickey Smith, Captain John Hartness were the best. Captain Jack Hartness, sorry. The Face of Bo, they called him. Weirdly, there is no 14s on here. Oh, yeah, I've already cut them out. I thought I'd done 13s. Motherfucker. I liked Captain Jack. I thought it was a fresh, breath of fresh air, like a bit of a comedy value, tongue-in-cheek sort of thing. River Song was quite cool. And it's weird how you see her on the day she dies rather than earlier. And they're going in reverse. That was quite a cool idea. I think the Stephen Moffat ones were the best ones, personally. Stephen Moffat? Yeah, Stephen Moffat. I think they're the best ones for me. 14. I'll glue them together first, it says. That's a big old gun. Oh, come on, you bastard. I just fixed you then. Don't be that little shit. Doctor Who meets Doctor Strange in multiverse lots. Or lols, yeah. He probably does. Anything happens in the multiverse. But what happens in the multiverse stays in the multiverse. That's the rule of the multiverse. Right, that's that bit done. So we have one of his arms complete. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Doomsday, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Are you looking forward to it? Would I accept Robert Picardo as the Doctor? Yeah. Yeah, I would. Right, so there's one arm done. Not glued together because I want to get it in position and then glue it. So that's one arm done. Then we need to do second arm. Now the second arm's the problem, in the fact that I've got no instructions on how to put it together. So I'm going to have to Google Leviathan Melee instructions. So 1 second, sorry everyone. Try not to forget Eddie Murphy auditioned for the Doctor. Did he? I never knew that. I never knew that. If we can accept Patrick Stewart as a Frenchman, we can accept Sean Connery as Egyptian. I'm not Spanish, you goat. I'm an Egyptian. Ah, figured it out. Figured it out. I've already got most of the bits built. Which are those two. Plus... where's the other fucking bit gone? There's that bit. There's that bit. Why have I lost a bit? Why am I blind as fuck? Sure I made two of them. Where's the other bit? There they are. Where is the other bit? Am I going fucking stupid here? Yeah, there they are. I nearly dropped it. I haven't really got a top 5 films. Mainly because they change all the time. They just change all the time. So I haven't really got one. What are your top 5 then, Wilson? What are your top 5 films? See, I like that many. I can't narrow it down to 5. And then do you take, like Lord of the Rings? I absolutely adore Lord of the Rings, but is that one? Or is that one film? Or is that 3 films? Ah, right, I might not needed to do that. Right, so we got those two. So oh, fuck, I didn't cut that properly, did I? D5 and D6. We're not doing the Siege Claw. We're not doing the Siege Driller. We're doing the Siege Claw. So 5 and 6. There's 5 and 6, and then 8 and 7. There's 8 and 7. I might be, yeah. You finish in 5 minutes, don't you? Right, thanks guys, I'm off. Well, I am in the lobby and no one's bothered jumping in, so. Shawshank, Braveheart, The Hurricane, Die Hard, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah, good films. Shawshank I really like. Braveheart I like, apart from the millions of historical inaccuracies throughout the whole film. The Hurricane, I think is that the Denzel Washington one? Die Hard, amazing. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Jack Nicholson. Can't go wrong. Yeah. D9 and D10. See, I really like films like Heat, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, stuff like that. Matrix, yeah. Kill Bill I didn't like. Evil Dead I did like, but I wouldn't put it in my top 5. Lord of the Rings, yeah. If you're putting the trilogy as one film, 100% is up there. Empire Strikes Back, best Star Wars film that there is. Heat, I think, is outstanding. What else do I like? Alright, here's one for you. Here's a better one. What is your guilty pleasure film? Or if you have a couple of them. So one of them that you don't admit to being that you really like it, but like you put it on and it's like, yeah, I want to watch this now. What is your guilty pleasure film? It's not there, I know what we're doing. If you could only pick one Lord of the Rings film, has to be Return of the King, doesn't it? Has to be. Has to be Return of the King. I love the Two Towers because of Helm's Deep. But for me, yeah, it's got to be Return of the King. Just them iconic moments, like the Ride of the Rohirrim. Just that speech that Theoden gives, just gives you goosebumps every time. Miss Congeniality and Legally Blonde. Fair enough. Both of mine are actually by the same director. I've got 2 that are my little guilty pleasure I like to watch. One of them's The Fifth Element, and the other one is Valerian. Not great films, but yeah, they're my little guilty pleasures to watch every now and again. I haven't watched The Fifth Element in ages, in fairness. I'm overdue to watch that. But I watched Valerian a couple of months back. Princess Diaries and Ice Princess. You know, my one of my other ones actually as well. Now you've said Princess is The Princess Bride. I fucking love that film. Princess Bride is another one of mine. Inconceivable. First film I remember watching. I remember the first film I watched at the cinema. First film I ever watched at the cinema was Home Alone. Guilty pleasure yours is The Incredibles. Nice. I like The Incredibles. Why am I looking for the instructions when it's in front of me? Oh, there may be a Space Marine jumping in with us in a minute because it's gone 11 my time. Which means it's gone 5 his time. Which means it's time for him to dive into chat. First film I remember watching Dirty Dancing. See, I've got quite a big extended family, and we always used to go around. So it's like my mum was one of 7, my dad's one of 9. I remember going around like my mum's family, and like I'm one of 3, and you've got like cousins. You got 4, 6, 8, 12, 13. You got about 13 or 14 cousins and stuff like that. So like you'd always go around and they'd be watching all sorts of films. It's great. Right, so I need all the 11s. The 11s. And then we want the fingers, which is going to be a few of the 12s. What's the first major sporting event you remember? For me, it's one of 2. I remember one of my first memories is being in a caravan, North Wales, with the family. We had 3 caravans all in a row, because there were that many of us. You're bored, you've returned. You hath returned to us. Oh, damn us. I remember watching like a FA Cup final. It was like, I think it was Liverpool Everton. I remember it serves me. I said I'll be in the 80s. And then I remember collecting my very first sticker book, and it was Italia 90. So the Italian World Cup in 1990. I would have been 8 collecting that. My very first sticker book. How's your back feeling, Davos? I have to admit, I'm getting rather hungry now. Remember, the first final of any sport I ever went to was a rugby league game. Wigan versus Widnes at Wembley, Old Wembley. That would have been, what, 91? Something like that. Show me age now. I cut the wrong ones out there. I have. The most famous person you've met? The cast of Harry Potter 2. When I worked on it.
Wookie.
Where's my Wookie?
Key.
Most famous person you've met, Slaith?
How close do I have to have met them? Like, I was in arm's reach, like I could have taken a swing if I really needed to, kind of met them?
I'd say if you've met them, you had to have spoken to them.
I've spoken to them. Do they have to speak back to me? And they're alive. If I speak to them, but they don't speak to me because they're a senile old man, does that count? I met David Prowse.
All right, cool.
Right, like I feel like I prefaced this reasonably, right? Like I didn't just say this for no reason.
The Green Cross Code Man. That's what I know him as. Obviously, we all know him as who he really played. He was like under the mask of.
Did I ever tell you this story?
It's something's coming to mind, but yeah, remember he's mentioning something, yeah. Come on, tell me more. Tell me.
Oh, well, it looks like Jits is taking off. See you later, Jits. You have a good evening.
See you, buddy. Hang on once.
So this was probably one of the last times I ever went to a Comic-Con. I stopped going to those, but because they're glorified merchant vendor things. So it's a pay to play shop, right? It is not. Don't go. So anyway, I went there and I'm walking around and I see they have all the celebrity tables where they're, all these big pictures behind them. Come get it signed by I don't know, this guy. I don't know who was there. You know who was supposed to be there? Jason David Frank, but he got kicked out of the country because he brought the wrong visa. So then he was like, "Screw you, Canada," and then he went to some other convention instead. Never came back. right? And I don't mean to speak ill of the dead, but I'm looking around and I see all these lineups for all these things, and there's over off in like the corner, nowhere near anybody, is David Prowse, and I'm just looking at that and like, and there's no line. There's like essentially, you know how like the stereotypical image of the sexy ladies out next to the car at the car lot.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, look, right? They're they're the ones that carry the round 2 across on the boxing match, right?
Yeah.
So he's got a couple of those. He's got a couple of those, and no one's going. They're pretty much like opening up the legs and going like ready access, like just come and talk to the guy, please, right? And you're looking at this like, okay. So, Tallahassee doesn't count. That's right. Never met the man. So
None do.
So I just walk over and I just go, hey, I'm not really wanting an autograph, sorry, but can I just come and say hi? Yeah. Hi, I'm Mr. Prowse, welcome in, glad to have you here. Well, actually, that's not what I said. That
Your phone?
That's my phone. I'm turning that ringer off. I don't know who's calling me. Probably an Indian scammer. Oh, get TeamViewer. You must download the TeamViewer. So, I walk up to him and I'm like, so Mr. Vader, I have a gripe to pick with you. This is actually what I said. Okay, this is actually what I said. Mr. Vader, I have a gripe to pick with you. And he's just looking at me like, what? I was like, I showed my kid nephew this movie that you were in called Star Wars. And the moment you came in on screen, you scared my nephew. So I had to come here and tell you that you scared my nephew, Mr. Vader, and I'm going to have to ask you to stop being in any more of these films. And I don't think he had any idea what I was saying, right? I'm sure if he actually started talking, I probably wouldn't have any idea what he was saying either. Let's just be absolutely honest. But so he's just staring at me in just bewildered wonder. Like someone's 90-year-old nan that's like, she's going, like, she could drop at any minute, right? Like, just looking at you like, So I just kind of give him a nod and just walk off, right? And that was the day I met Darth Vader.
Nice.
So that was probably, although, I don't know if you know them. I don't know if you know who this is. And I don't ever actually remember meeting this person. I was just told by Mama Slave that he was a family friend, and that as a little baby slave, that he rocked me on his knee one time or something.
Okay.
And so allegedly, according to Mama Slave, from little baby me, I met Fred Penner. You have no idea who that is.
No.
So all the Canadians in chat, all excited right now. They're like, "Whoa, what?"
Who's Fred Penner? Who's he? What's he do?
He would be like, what would I want to? Child show singer.
Okay.
That's how I would describe him. That's how I'd describe him. He's a child show singer. He's saying "The Cat Came Back." The cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. You thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just wouldn't stay away. You don't know that one?
Nope.
Oh, well.
Sorry, can't say as I do.
Well, I'm sure that you had different.
Though.
I'm sure that you had different kid songs over there too, so that I would have no idea what you're talking.
Yeah.
I mean, when I have people talk to me about fucking Captain Bucky O'Hare, I'm like, Captain Bucky O'Hare. Yeah, and that's just me repeating back the song that they've sung at me like 50 million men. So, I have no idea. He's green or something. I don't know. He's like.
He's a rabbit. I don't think he's green.
Isn't he green?
I think so.
I don't know. I remember the White Rabbit from Ninja Turtles. He was way cooler than whoever you guys remember.
See, over here, it wasn't called Ninja Turtles.
Tell me how heroic they were named over there.
Exactly. They were apparently Hero Turtles. Which when we all found out they were called Ninja Turtles elsewhere, we were all pissed off. Like, whoa. We want the ninjas. We don't want the fucking heroes.
I'm just imagining it like that. Like they took the original song, but then they just they just cut out the part where they sing ninja, and then just some guy, hero, turtles, teenage
Mutant
hero
turtle. That's what it was, yeah.
Oh, they actually sang it.
Yeah, they actually sang Teenage Mutant Hero Turtle. Then when we found out what it really was, we all started singing Ninja Turtles because we were rebellious.
My ninja. So you always have to toe the line. You have to go right. Yeah, it's towing the line. You don't go too far, right? You always have to control the demon, control the vampire inside.
Control the ninja.
Ninja, please.
Let's stop this just in case.
Anyone, I would, just my 2 cents. Anyone that would be upset about that would really be stretching, and not even doing a workout after. No. So.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Just sometimes, you have to go. Just in case. Just in case.
No, I get it. I understand. I mean, I'm where I am, right, where I'm free, and you are where you are, where you're going to get a knock on the door in the morning.
Exactly.
So yeah,
exactly. It's coming. It's coming to the colonies, though. You'll get it soon. It'll be there soon.
Oh, soon. Yeah. Oh, I saw something today that I couldn't believe it. So, internet superstar Katy Perry, who's now married to Justin Trudeau or something. Okay.
Yeah.
So this isn't political, although it sounds like it because I just mentioned Trudeau. So just so everyone knows who I'm talking about, she was seen somewhere and she was wearing this mask that looked like the Eldar biker mask where it's this smooth chrome faceless biker helmet thing, where it's not quite a it's not quite a masquerade ball mask. That's the shape of it, but you know what I'm talking about? It's this Eldar thing, and they have these really shiny, flat faces, and she was wearing this thing where she was wearing this, chrome silver thing, and it's just really caught my mind, and the only thing I could think of when seeing it was the Eldar. So that's kind of why I'm bringing it up now. So Katy Perry, confirmed Eldar and French because of Trudeau.
Eldar confirmed.
Yeah.
Oh, Drox saw that video on Instagram today. So Drox knows what you mean. Hang on, am I missing something here? Yep. So pretty much I've got all the bits and pieces assembled now. I've got his arm, I've got the melter lance, I've got the bits to assemble the arm, and fundamentally I just need to put little bits of blue tack in here so we can see what they look like.
So that Armageddon box, or is that confirmed to be the new starter set? That's the new box set with the rule book and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you know how sometimes it's hard to tell when it's is this the new edition set? Is this just a new campaign thing like Shadow Spear? Is this Sometimes they get you with that. Whenever they put Space Marines in the box, it's ooh, it's a new starter set.
Right. This is going to be this is like the Leviathan was, so it's the limited edition, all singing, all dancing. You get the most stuff for the best value. So that's what this is going to be, and then after that, then there will be Ultimate Starter Edition. Apparently, this was a nod to her going space. Oh, right, okay. The whole Katy Perry thing was apparently a nod for her going into space.
Did she have to come back though?
Big news! Your friend is putting your name forward for that night manager position. Nice, Davos. Fingers crossed for you, bud.
It's hard to beat Indomitus. I mean, it is the best box set ever.
I quite like Leviathan. I thought Leviathan was full of good stuff. Especially the fact that there were new Terminators and Stoneguard, which looked amazing. But everyone has their own opinions on what they thought was great. £250 a week, 2 nights a week. Nice. Can't argue with that.
For 2 nights a week, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Grand a
That's
month.
pretty good. Because you could always, have like the side hustle at that point. Then you'd be really breaking it. Well,
I put that in the wrong way. Oh no, I haven't. So, just while I'm using these little bits and bobs of blue tack, just to stick it all together so we can see what we've done before I properly glue. Because I'm going to put them on a nice pose. 9 hours, and that's not bad. 9 hours. 9 hours is nothing.
it would be cool. I'm just looking at those parts right now. And can you do that arm, but like extended?
Which one? The
Gatling.
Possibly. I could kit bash something to get it a bit longer, yeah?
Like the arm on like a regular Marine, like with the bolt pistol, but it's like outreached and like firing, let's just say. Imagine if you had it outreached and firing.
Yeah.
So that would be...
That's basically as far as you can do it in terms of like the model's maneuverability.
Oh, okay. So if it's actually going to get like... Yeah, that's as far as it goes then. Never mind. It doesn't do it how I... It's not as cool as I thought it was. Actually, wait, that's a Saturnine?
No, this one is Leviathan.
Oh, okay.
And we've got the other little
All right.
bits. So he's pretty much... Yeah, it's all pretty much blue tack. But that's kind of the looks he's going to have. And I just need to sort out a pose. So that's why I tend to do it with blue tack, so I can get the pose right. But I've got all the bits and bobs for it. The only thing I need to figure out is that I've got that part of the wire, which is then meant to stick into the back of that, so I'll just have to trim it and play around with it. But blue tack, yeah, blue tack's amazing when you're trying to put models together, just so you can line them up and get it right before actually gluing it and not ballsing it up. But there we go. It only took us 2 nights, and we've now fully completed the Saturnine. But in fairness, I've been streaming for 3 and a bit hours, and the first hour and a half of that we were talking about who's strong and weak out of all like the non-Primarch main characters. So we'll take that. The only thing I'm going to do now is have a bit of a clean up before we have a chat. I'm allowed to drink Monster Energy on the job. Me too.
Davos, ask your mother first.
Chaos is working. If you're daddy slave, Chaos is mummy Chaos.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with this scenario.
Got an answer to that one.
I don't know.
Slave is intersex, both mother and father. Mine mother and mine father. Speaking of which, where is Potato? We need Potato so we can do mine handy. Right,
do we message him? Are we messaging him? Do we want to?
Yeah, get him in.
Summoning him?
Summon him. Summon Professor Panzer. Summon the Panzer.
Let's see.
Whilst that's happening, I'm just going to readjust all my bits and bobs. Drop my table. There we go. So yeah, so we managed to get the Leviathan done, which I'm happy with, because that's the first Leviathan I've ever made, so I'm happy with that. Then I was could have done with doing the rhino. He's talking about the English lad who speaks some words of German. Here you go, Wilson. Take care, bud. Yeah, he was the guy who was talking about Professor Panzer and saying the occasional things like mine handy and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. Might not be worth... Yeah. Might be insensitive because Drox is German. So, yeah.
Well, that's a shame.
It's too late. Oh, no, it's been nice tonight. It's been a lot of people chatting, which is great. Davos, Slaith, Drox, Wilson, Jits. Loads of you have been chatting tonight. Missed you out, do apologise. Chaos Gamers popped in as well. You can see my little hair sticking through here. I've decided to go for the all black hat because I think it made the camera look better.
Focus is better.
The light's better as well because when I wore a red cap, it killed the lighting. The lighting looked weird. And then I wore my camo one, and it kind of went a bit. Yeah, and then I put a black one on, and it seems to work better. The light seems to be better. My face seems to be brighter, and I haven't touched me lights.
That's right. You look more youthful, more vibrant, more energized. Aww. Right. We can see the blue of your eyes. We can see the twirl of the mustache, the glimmer in your teeth. Right, it brings out the rainbow in the microphone. It also does your taxes. It grates cheese for you automatically. It blends all of your vegetables and fruit together, even if you don't want it to. And also, one more thing. It also always had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and never had Stupid Hero Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. I mean, what? That's what we had.
Splinter taught them to be hero teens.
Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Right, let me put... I'm going to mute this. Right. Just in case. Put this back over now, actually.
Hey, are you looking up the turtles?
Right, let me see.
Why, Krang? We're trying to find out the theme song from the UK. You know, it's just great to see.
Are you ready?
The hero turtles.
Are you ready? You won't be able to edit through Discord, so you might have to mute Discord.
All right, I'll mute and I'll listen.
Mute and type in chat when you're ready.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how good this is going to be, but if I flip over to here, you'll be able to see it.
Word hero doesn't even fill up the label properly. What the? What did they do with the? What's wrong? I had to stop listening. It hurt.
But there you go. There you go. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles we had. Don't you feel bad for us now? Don't you feel bad for us now? The shit we had to listen to.
You know, every time, because like I swear we got like some old, we must have some old sirens or something on some of the like fire trucks or something. Because every time, because like I guess where I'm live. Hold on, let me just turn my brain off for a second.
Is your brain not braining?
Okay, so where I live, it's downtown, so it's really close to a fire station. And so I hear, you know, sirens all day, all the time. Sometimes you might hear them and pick them up. I might pick them up in the mic, and you'll hear them. And sometimes when I hear them, it's every time all I can hear when I hear the siren is dun 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 dun. dun 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 dun, because it's the exact you can even hear it right now, even though like you can hear it in your head, that siren from the beginning of Inspector Gadget. You can hear it, and every so often I hear that, and I'm just like, that's so, but don't wait. Do you still have? What do your sirens sound like? I remember always it being really jarring listening to them in like TV shows when it was always in England.
Right. Flip over to YouTube.
Yeah.
Ready? There you go. That one.
You're a monster.
Oh God. Oh, I'm tired now. And I got loads.
Well,
of
it
shit
is
to
about
do.
2:30.
11:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 11:30. And I've not eaten
Is it
since. Not eaten since about 2:30 today because I'm on my diet. So I'm now. How many days? How many days on my diet am I now?
He's not eaten in 7 days. You hear that? Look, he's skin and bones, everyone. Right? He's skin and bones. You could help out
Day
Tallahassee.
16.
He's not eating. Okay? He's not eating. Look at him. See, he's 7 days. He said he's withering away in front of us all.
Hey, I'll
Right?
tell you what,
could help him out.
these shorts I'm wearing now were quite, I wouldn't say quite tight, but they were snug. Now, if I put my phone in my pocket and if I don't tighten the little cords, they just start falling down on me. So, something's working. But I've gone on to, so it was a guy who used to play professional rugby. He told me about it years ago. And I did it years ago and I lost a lot of weight quite quick. I lost I think it was 2 stone in... Get a sandwich and a can of Coke.
Go get a sandwich and a can of Coke.
I can't eat sandwiches or drink Coke. I'm not allowed to. Cheers, Slade. But he put me onto it and he said, eat anything that's natural, that's come from an animal. So meat, eggs, cheese, mayonnaise, milk, cream, honey, anything like that I could eat. And I lost a lot of weight and I felt more energized because my body was just using the natural bits and the real bits that came through. So that was about 2 years ago now I did that and I dropped quite a lot of weight. But then I just went back to my old habits. And then me and one of the lads I work with were just talking, but he doesn't need to go on one, but he was saying I need to lose a couple of stone, and I'm like, well, I need to lose a lot of stone. So I just went back on it. They were talking on the Sunday, then the Monday I just did it. And the hardest thing is getting through the carb crave, because when you're bored, hungry, that's the carbs crying out. It's like a fucking addiction. It's like a smoker's addiction and an alcoholic's addiction. It's that bad. And then once you get through that, you're fine. So I've ate, what have I eaten today? I ate two packets of sliced beef and some grapes, and that's all I've eaten today. So I'm getting a bit hungry now.
You just need to do the Katie Hopkins diet. You just need to just stop eating. See, if you want to lose weight, you just need to stop eating.
Stop eating.
Just stop eating. Just stop putting. If you just stop eating it, right?
Yeah. Don't put anything into my mouth. Nothing sausage shaped.
No.
Drox says there's one thing I can't get off, and that's smoking. I was quite fortunate. I went cold turkey and it worked. So I smoked So I quit smoking now about 11 years ago, nearly 12. So my youngest girl, who's 12 in next month, it was a month after she was born that I quit smoking. So it would have been July. So it'll be 12 years in July. And I was just quite fortunate. I never used to like that first fag of the day feeling, but I never used to get out of bed and have a fag. It was always like, get out of bed, get dressed, get showered, go to work for a few hours. So it was kind of like midday, 1 o'clock before I had my first one. And I just said to myself, I don't like that feeling. I just don't want to do it anymore. I just don't want to feel that horrible feeling. And every time I think about having a cig, I'd start thinking about that feeling. And that's what stopped me from smoking. And I'm really glad there were no vapes back then, because vapes are worse for you. But all the people who are vaping now, it's like, oof, couldn't do it.
Now, I just want to make sure I'm phrasing this carefully, because I'm just going to follow your lead. The reason you stopped smoking cigs is because you had fags in the morning?
Yeah.
And by that, we all mean cigarettes, everyone.
We call cigarettes fags over it.
Let me be a child, okay?
I used to smoke 20 fags a day. I used to smoke more, actually. Yeah. I quit smoking cigarettes like 3 months ago. Quit Stone Cold as well. Felt awful. Then I started vaping. Ooh. Yeah, vaping's worse for you, bud. Get off. I'd rather smoke cigs than vapes. Fuck that shit.
I managed at one point. I had quit cold turkey for 5 months.
Nice.
And part of me was doing it out of revenge. And now revenge, everyone, okay, if you're paying attention, is a very powerful drug that can get you to do things that you didn't think were possible. And it was amazing, actually. It was really great. And then I was like taking care of myself and getting new clothes, and everyone really liked me because I was not smoking, I guess. And then, just a few nights with a wild redhead, and then you just have a cigarette after, and maybe you'll just have another one, and then you go out and you go buy a pack, right? And then now that's where I am now. So, So,
I didn't start smoking until I started university, so I would have been like 17, 18 when I started smoking. And it wasn't through smoking cigarettes that got me started. It was smoking other substances. And it's not crack.
I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to put my finger on what that substance might be. What
does this Slave the Space Marine, what does he smoke on his streams?
What, cigarettes? I smoke cigarettes. That is technically a true answer. I smoke cigarettes on my streams. And then if the next question would be, well, what drug would you say Slave takes on his streams? I don't know, like caffeine and some like whey protein sometimes.
Yeah, a bit of nicotine.
Right? Sugar.
You got your recognition award and happy to being recognized. Nice. No, I started. Funnily enough, it was a group of people through Warhammer that I met, and they all used to smoke a lot of herbal cigarettes, should we call them, and never bothered.
You had a clove cigarette? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
sorry,
I was drunk one night, and I went, "Go on, I'll try it." And then every so often, and then it was like, didn't have anything, and it was like none being passed around, and I wanted some, and then obviously it's kicked in, and I've got the addiction, so I went out and bought a pack of cigs. And then it went from there.
I'm kind of wondering if you thought I was joking. Have you ever had a clove cigarette?
No.
Okay, I'm just going to describe them like this. They smell and they taste like Christmas. Okay. Which is, don't smoke, everybody. Smoking is bad, but these things are so good. Okay, right? You can't have more than one in a short amount of time because you'll be sitting there. But there's this brand of them, and I remember they're probably called whatever all across wherever, right? But the ones I remember were called Jarum. They had this weird DJ name, like a djinn, like an evil genie. Practically was one. And the cigarettes, how cigarettes like white? Mm. These ones were black.
Okay.
Like the paper was black.
Yeah.
And when how like there's the tobacco in a cigarette, or the herb and spices of KFC inside some other type of rolled
the delicious herbs
unit.
And spices.
So the when you would light it and smoke it, it would crackle in this weird way, like crackled and pop, like Kellogg's Rice Krispies level loud. And it was like, these things were wild. And I can only ever find them at like a tobacconist. You have to go to a store where there's essentially the tobacco version of a Games Workshop store manager going like, "Oh, how can I help you?" Right? And and then you're looking around at all the different like cigars and cigarillos and stuff, and you're just like, "I'd just like a pack of Jarre Black," and he just kind of looks at you. Okay, right.
Over here, they went through a big patch. I don't know if people still do, but the cigarette papers were licorice flavoured.
I think they got rid of most of those, and I don't know. I think they got rid of a lot of flavored things like that. They got rid of flavored cigarillos definitely because of underage people getting them and wanting to smoke them.
Yeah,
right. Because
the manager the first manager I worked with at Games Workshop, he used to always smoke licorice flavoured ones because he always used to have a brown Broly all the time, and he was like fucking early 20s because it was cheaper for him. But he'd often sit in the back sprinkling other things into it, and it was a bit windy one day, and he left the back door open, and he had left the door to the back office open, and it just came wafting through the shop. And luckily I went and shut all the doors because 2 minutes later the area manager came in, which would have been interesting.
I don't know. Yeah. I wasn't there, but you and I remember that very differently. It was a skunk. It was a skunk.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was a skunk.
Drock said, to be honest, I feel better than smoking cigarettes. My bad cough went away, smell things better, and so on. Yeah, it does. Yeah. There are pros and cons to both. I mean, I noticed when I quit smoking, my taste buds came back, and my smell got better, and all sorts of things. Yeah, a lot of massive health things. So, like my body now, because it's been 11 years, I think apparently it takes 10 years to get it all out your system. So apparently now all of it's out my system. So who knows? But I'm just glad I did. I've always felt healthier from it. So, but I would have only smoked for about just over 10 years. It's not too bad. All right, I'm gonna go because I feel myself yawning. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna make myself some food. I'm gonna tidy my bedroom. I'm gonna get an early night because I am playing Warhammers tomorrow. So I'm gonna be playing a 4,000 point game against Grease, Peace, and Nate, who obviously you know from chat and whatnot. So Nate's taking 2,000 point Space Wolves, which I think with his is quite a lot of infantry and a couple of. I think he's got a box dread. I think he's got an Invicta tactical war suit and stuff like that. And Grease Peace will probably take a lot of take a lot of like tanks and dreads and go mechanized. That's the word I was trying to think of. Also, then with some sanguinary guards and some blade guards. So I've decided to combat that with a decent army. So I mentioned it before, but here's my little army. Let people tell me what you think about it. So I've got Azrael leading a unit of Hellblasters. So Azrael will give them sustained, a 4-up invuln, stuff like that. I got a Chaplain in Terminator armor leading a unit of Deathwing Knights. I've got Judicia leading a unit of Inner Circle Companions. A Librarian Terminator armor giving me Deathwing Knights sustained. So I'll just jump them, deep strike them in, go against one of his tanks and just smash it to pieces in one go. I got Lieutenant leading a unit of Blade Guard, so all the Blade Guard's weapons have lethals now. I've got the Lion for a bit of fun. I got some Assault Intercessors with jump packs, so I can do some like tank shot with them and stuff. I've got a Ballista's Dread to blast anything off the table, 2 units of Blade Guard, a Brutaler so I can just run in, tank shock and hammer him to bits, 2 units of Deathwing Knights, an Eradicator Squad to take down any of his tanks, a Gladiator Lancer to shoot anything I want, Hellblasters to go after both infantry and tanks and whatnot, Inceptor Squad who will have Plasma Exterminator so they can come down and blast some tanks as well, Inner Circle Companions to go after, well, they do lethals and sustained and all sorts, so I can do whatever I want with them, a Land Raider Redeemer, a Redemptor Dread, a Repulsor Executioner, and 2 Assault Terminator squads, one with claws and the other with thumbed hammers and shields. So 1 anti-infantry and 1 anti-tank. So yes. Oh yeah, I'll try and take a load of pictures. I did take a load of pictures. I've not uploaded them actually. I need to upload them. Took a load of pictures of Grease Peace versus Chaos. But yeah, it's going to be 4,000 points. So my army will just be spread across the entire table. Apart from I'll put a unit of knights inside the Land Raider. I'll put a unit of Blade. I'll put Blade Guard. I should put Inner Circle Companions. I might put Inner Circle Companions with the Judicia in the Repulsor Executioner and fly them, get them forward as fast as I can, get them running out and batter things. I'll deep strike in some Terminators, deep strike in some Knights, and I may even deep strike in me jump assault intercessors. Just for a bit of fun. Just try something different. But the last game I played against Grease Peace was really close because we done a mechanized army, so it was all dreads and tanks and a few other little bits and bobs. But yeah, that was a good game. So if you ever want to do a fun game, try and do a 2,000 points dreads and tanks game. That was pretty cool. But I'm going to dive off. I'm going to go and get my head down. So thank you for jumping in at the end there, Slade. Appreciate it. Everyone, if you could, I don't know if Drox, I don't know if you are, I know Nigel is. If you're not subscribed, we're trying to get Slade up to 1,400 subs. And I think you might only be 1 or 2 away now. So if you're not a subscriber already, do me a favour, just put !Slaith in chat and go over and subscribe. And then Slaith will be streaming in a little bit as well. Are you going to go and get some food and whatnot first, or...?
Yeah, some food and coffee so I can at least be alive and not fall asleep. I'm not sure what I'm doing tonight. I've been playing a lot of Ready or Not lately. A lot of it. I just beat the main game and I'm starting the first DLC of it, and I've been having a good time. It's been frustrating at times, but in a good way, right? You know when a game's hard and you have to kind of you have to adapt and you have to learn. Like, it's not punishingly hard or unfairly hard. Yeah. It's hard in a way where you go, oh, that was on me. I made that mistake. And then you learn and you do better. That's the way I would describe this game.
It's a great game.
Generally.
It's a really good game.
It's very fun. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this game for others too.
Well, I think we need to do a night, maybe... Oh, you subscribe? Oh, thank you, Drox. Drox has just subscribed to you. And I think...
Your check will come in the mail.
Yeah. And I think, who was it earlier? Someone else subscribed earlier as well. Was it Jits? I think Jits might have...
Oh, well, thank you to everybody for subscribing. I appreciate that. Every person that subscribes is a valued person, and having people around is always nice.
How many subs are we up to now? Still...
It's probably... I just checked a second ago, and it was at 98. It is at 99. 13.99. So, all right, boys, pull out your sock puppet accounts. Prepare your memes. Right?
That's all we need. One more sub! ! Slaith, and he's going to give 5 memberships when we do it. I mean, what? But yeah, we just need Omelette. Are you subscribed to Slaith? If not, could you please subscribe so we can get him to 1,400 tonight? I think he deserves it.
It would be a nice goal, a soft goal. It's not something I've been thinking about a lot, but it would be nice. Thank you to everybody for subscribing. I appreciate that. It's I guess what's the next healthy goal after that then? What, 1,600?
I know you've got to do 1,500 because it's halfway between. Yeah, you got to do another 100. Then after that, 1,750. Then 2,000. I think they're your next 2 goals.
All right. So all right, everybody. So. If you can all make 100 accounts over the night and subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to me as well.
Oh, and of course, yeah. Wait, what was it? Anyway, subscribe to Dark Pack Gaming, where you can get integral knowledge of the hobby and the lore, and as well as you can participate in online gaming with Tallahassee, where he'll play such games as Arc Raiders, where he's raiding those arcs, and sometimes he plays the game where you gather magic cards, and then you point them at each other, and you go, "I got you, I totally got you," and the other guy goes, "Nuh-uh," and then that's pretty much it. And with such fun guests as Nate and
Grease Peace.
And yeah, of course, and Grease Piece. Why? How could I have not included that name right away? And so, and also,
and Slaith,
and Slaith. That's right, and Slaith. So if you like Dark Pack Gaming, and if you want to help out this man because he needs a sandwich and a Coke, then subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a member, join the Discord, and just, I don't know, come hang out a little bit.
Thank you, Slade.
Yeah.
Omelette. Omelette. So Omelette's asking who you are, and someone tell me in chat. So !Slaith Omelette is the gentleman you've just been hearing speak then. So do me a favour, be a nice guy. Put !Slaith in chat, go and sub, and that'll get Slaith, I say us, that'll get Slaith up to 1,400 subs, and that's what we're trying to get into. Pretty pleased.
What are you at now?
I am at
1220.
1220. Bob on the nose, I think.
Bob on the nose, okay.
It went, the highest I've had is 1221, and it went backwards.
Let's get Dark Pack Gaming up to 1,800. Come on, 1,800. 1,800.
Yeah, I'm 1220 exactly.
Okay.
So that'd
Nice,
be nice.
clean, even number.
Yeah. We had a nice run, but it slowed down a little bit now because I don't know what, some little bits and shenanigans have happened and whatnot. So God knows what's happened, but we'll ride through it. We'll get through to the next one. But yeah, just in case anyone's wondering what this is, so as you know, we give a voucher away at the end of every month. So far this month, we've made it all the way up to £20. We're actually only 4 members or super chats and whatnot. Members is the best way to do it, getting that to 30. So don't be mean, Nigel. Don't be mean. Don't be saying stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to dive off because I am extremely tired. But thank you, Slaith. I'm just going to jump out of Discord as well, mate. But I'll catch you in a little bit. Thanks, bud.
Have a good night. Bye-bye, everyone.
Yeah, if you could help Slaith out, help me out if you're not subbed. I mean, I think everyone in here is sub, which is great. And you're all part, hopefully you're all part of the Discord, which I believe you are. But yeah, Slaith will be on in an hour or so, I imagine. He's going to get himself something to eat. Have you done it? Have you got 1,400? Have you done it? Let's check. He has. He has done it, everyone. We got him there. Thank you, everyone. There you go. Let me see if we can zoom in. There you go. There's the magic number there. Congratulations, Slaith. Good man. But more importantly, now you've subbed. Thank you, Omelette. Watch some of his content. It's brilliant. You've just heard the man himself then. So watch some of the content as well. So when it's live streaming later on, have a good laugh and just enjoy it. It's really, really entertaining. That's one of the things. It's really, really. I mean, you've heard his voice, so you'd already know from that. But then you get on the stream as well. You get to see the man himself. Right. Thank you, everyone. You're all amazing. I'm going to get myself going. I know I've said it about 8 times, but I really am going now because I really need to. So take care, everyone. You're all amazing. I'm back tomorrow. I'm going to do some, I know some people don't like it, Drox and whatnot. I'm going to play some World of Warcraft because it's Wednesday. And I might be playing with one of my mates. So we'll have a good laugh there. But take care. Love you all. You're all amazing. I'll see you later.